It's a summoned beast rejected worldwide. But the moment I summoned it, I hugged it and kissed it like crazy. Seeing this, my classmates started mocking me as a genius. Even my homeroom teacher, who had high hopes for me, cursed himself for letting me down. Seeing this, I just smiled silently. Instead, I sold everything I owned and exchanged it for exactly 100 pounds of monster lean meat to help the pup unlock its hidden potential. I patted its tiny head. A contract prompt echoed in my mind. Loyalty never betrays. Do you want to form a soul bond? I chose yes without hesitation. As if my soul was being torn apart, I screamed and collapsed to the floor. Everyone around thought I couldn't handle the pressure. More mockery followed. My girlfriend, the campus belle Liu Ryan, walked over. She spoke with a bit of guilt. I'm sorry. For families like ours, the college entrance exam is our only shot to move up. Just now, Lu Liang, a gun knight, agreed to team up with me, so I won't be with you anymore. I got up calmly and replied, no problem. Hearing my flat, simple reply, he was about to explain more, but got stuck. A wave of being ignored welled up inside him. He just snorted coldly, then turned around and left without mercy. A girl nearby looked over with disgust. He's totally pretending he doesn't care. Ryan, you didn't do anything wrong. No need to be so humble. He can only summon a little black dog. How could he ever deserve you? But I didn't bother with them, because after completing the soul link, I found out the pup awakened. An SS level talent, greedy gluttony. It can turn any food it swallows into energy, ignore growth limits, and break through to evolve. Looks like my suffering paid off. In all of Daxia, people who awaken SSS talents can be counted on one hand. Every time one appears, the country pays close attention and protects them, because they're just that powerful. I grabbed the little black pup, pulled him up to my face. From now on, your name is Haiming. You gotta work hard for me. Haiming licked himself, looking completely delighted. I tossed him a piece of steak. It was gone in no time, devouring normal meat, purification plus 0.5. As the voice sounded, Haiming's body grew slightly bigger. Every base stat increased by 1. And that was just one piece of ordinary steak. If it can eat even more food later, how scary will it get? Thinking that, my heart started racing. And what surprised me more was I felt my strength rise a bit. It seems, this cheat lets part of the energy. The summon gains feed back to me. So I spent over 6,000 to buy another 100 pounds of mutant lean meat, focused my thoughts, and summoned Hemming. Seeing the pile of fresh mutant meat, Haiming sensed a deep craving to devour rising within. He immediately opened his mouth and tore in, furiously converting all the mutant meat he ate. As he kept eating, limitless energy filled his whole body. His body was growing visibly bigger, at a crazy fast pace. At the same time, I felt myself improving all over. Half an hour passed. Haiming was now over 2 meters tall. All my stats increased by 10. That's top level among all classes. Haiming's nearly cheating way of getting stronger lets me quickly catch up to others. With that thought, I stopped hesitating, tapped the evolution button on the system. The moment I confirmed, a terrifying talent core inside Haiming shook. Suddenly, a special black evolutionary power erupted. Cells divided, genes restructured. His life leaped to a whole new level. Congrats, your summon Haiming has learned Tier. Congrats, your summon Haiming awakened. The new talent, giant form, triples its body size and strength, increases defense by 300%, but cuts speed by 50%. With this evolution, Haiming's stats all broke 50 points. And that's just level 1. Even the top summons can't compare. People rank summons in 4 levels: low, mid, high, and top. The main standard is talent. S is high level. SS is top tier. As for an SSS level summon, none have been seen yet. So I took Haiming home to sleep, wanted to see what monsters would show up at tomorrow's exam. The next day, tons of students crowded into the plaza. Lu Wen was explaining the dungeon entry details. Some important things to watch for. This college entrance exam has students from several top schools competing together. The competition is intense. Liu Liang, who was super confident before, is now drenched in sweat. Chun Lim, are you still going? Might as well just give up. Don't embarrass yourself. There's a saying, if you never face someone, you can pretend you never lost. The one who said this is the Chow. Besides him, there's Liu Ryan in her mage robe. Obviously, they're teaming up. I just ignored them. As the bell rang, 4 bronze gates opened together. A crack formed, and a chilling breath rushed out. All the students didn't hesitate. They checked the dungeon info right away. Damn, we at no, too high got Bone Burial Forest. One of the hardest dungeons. All dungeons are about the same difficulty, so why complain? You at no, 3 got an easier one. So of course you don't mind. Seeing this, Lu went quickly, reminded the students behind him. Bone Burial Forest has complex terrain, with dense trees and bush, so watch out for monster ambush. Stay alert to anything around you. Then Lu Wen took out a watch-like device. This is a recorder made by engineers. It transmits the scores you get in the dungeon to the outside. Then another bell rang, marking the official start of the exam. A girl in white armor, with icy blue hair, and a beautiful face, entered the dungeon first. That's Su Lingsu from No 3 High. She chose to go solo. The more teammates you have, the less bonus score you get, so the strong obviously go solo. The underclassmen all around got excited and chatted about it. I willed myself to connect to the dungeon. A white light instantly surrounded just me. I was also going solo. After everyone entered the dungeon, a level 20 middle-aged man waved his hand. 4 water screens began projecting scenes from inside the instance. Just then, a flash of white light appeared. Some students from No 2 High chose to leave the instance on their own. All the No 2 High teachers exchanged looks. They all lowered their heads, silent and speechless. They could feel lots of eyes looking their way. Li Mingji's face darkened. He stared at the water screens without a word. The surface of the water slowly shifted. Suddenly, a lone young man appeared. He was checking the area, looking around the thick forest. Li Mingji's face showed surprise. Looking back at our school's job changes yesterday, was there such a strong student?
Hearing this,
Lu Wen didn't know how to respond. He knew very well. I'm just an ordinary summoner. But now, after a moment of dizziness inside the instance, I quickly pulled myself together and checked my surroundings. Suddenly, I heard something drop. I didn't hesitate at all. My left hand made a gripping motion. A staff over a meter long appeared in my hand. A thick dark green worm leapt down from above. Its head split open wide, showing tons of sharp, scary teeth. I gripped my staff, and a streak of white light shot out from one end. It instantly went through the green worm's body. The worm split right in half, like a kite with its string cut, falling to the ground. You have killed a Venofang worm. Gained 5 EXP. At the same time, an item on my wrist lit up with a new alert. Score plus 15. Everyone else outside was stunned. Isn't he supposed to be a summoner? But those reflexes and speed. You'd need high agility for that. Boon was just as shocked. Even though I did really well in live combat class before, this is on another level. After killing the green worm, I headed deeper into the forest. Just then, with a weird ghostly scream, a bunch of short and ugly creatures with green greasy skin appeared. I recognized them as goblins right away. Textbooks say they're vicious by nature, love to breed, and when there's no food, they even eat their own kind. I did a quick estimate. There were about 50 or 60 of them. With that many charging at once, I'd be basically dead. So I called Black Ming in my mind. Suddenly, white light flashed. A long, piercing Volv howl echoed through the forest. A cold tree spirit stared at the onrushing goblins. Baring its fangs, it pushed off with all 4 limbs and shot out like a cannonball. The goblin at the front had its skull smashed instantly, flying backward from the force. The goblins on either side screamed, lifting their weapons and striking down hard. A sharp, broken bone hit Black Ming's back, and with a crunch, split apart. Black Ming slapped a goblin's head hard with his claws, and the goblin's head exploded on the spot. Black Ming didn't bother defending, slaughtering like no one could stop him. Even the dumb goblins felt a deep primal fear. They stopped their attack and scattered in panic. If you showed up, none of you are getting away. I told Black Ming which direction to chase. I rushed toward the nearest goblin myself. Seeing this brutal scene, everyone outside went wild. Damn. We have a senior that fears that no, too high. It's one thing for his summon to be strong, but even he's that powerful himself? Over at no, too high's viewing section. All the freshmen and sophomores looked excited. A little over 10 minutes ago, after someone saw me run into the goblins, most thought I was done for. But just me and Black Ming wiped out every last goblin. Seeing that, Li Mingyi grinned. To level up so fast. That's at least B class. And the talent seems growth type too. That potential almost matches high-grade summons. Finally, no, too high. Might have a real genius to represent us.
He quickly called out to the back.
Chun Lin, what's his current score? According to the recorder, he has 560 points right now. Top in no, too high. But Su Lingsu from no, 3 high is even scarier. With 830 points. Way ahead of everyone. Hearing that, Li Mingyi and the other teachers gasped. It's been less than 20 minutes since they entered. That's already enough to compete for the top in the province. Inside the instance, balls of light floated up from the goblin bodice and fused into me. I quickly hit level 2. Mental power up by 5 points. That's the problem with normal classes. Even if you keep up with leveling, the gap only gets bigger later on. Eventually, it's an unbridgeable wall. But I can make up for it with Black Ming's support. My score's already at the passing line, so getting into the academy is a sure thing. But that's not my only goal. Right now, Black Ming was crunching on goblin corpses. Let's go, Black Ming. The real hunt starts now. Goblins are pack monsters. If their squad is here, there has to be a nest nearby. After about 10 minutes, I didn't run into any more monsters. That made me even more sure of my guess. Calling it an instance. It's more like a special world. Everything inside doesn't just respawn. It follows the natural rules here. Suddenly, a few bone spears were thrown at me from the air. More goblins showed up all around, screaming at the top of their lungs, and charged, swinging their weapons. I showed no fear, turned my staff into a sword, and instantly sliced off a goblin's head. It was like I went into beast mode, fully focused, slashing through the weak goblins fast. Every dodge. My blade meant another goblin down. Right then, I felt like a butterfly dancing in the wind, my wings now deadly sides. This fight looked almost like art, making the outside crowd cheer with excitement. Everyone at no too high. Teachers and students alike were thrilled. His fighting style is top-notch. He's clearly trained hard in this. His sword skills are even better. Every cut was right on the throat. You miss a bit, and you can't get the kill. Now, none of them were watching anyone else. All their eyes stayed on me, not looking away for a second. Lu Wen's mouth twitched. In all 3 years of high school,
He'd never seen me pick up a sword.
even once in live combat class, this guy hides his skills way too well. Not good. Those are level 6 berserk goblins. There are 13 of them. Chun Lin's in trouble. Wait, there are also flame goblins and ice goblins. He went after the goblin nest alone. That's just too risky. All the teachers are getting worried. After these goblins showed up, all the goblins just found their leader. They stopped there. Random messy attacks, with the flame goblin chanting. Fireballs the size of fists started forming. They shot straight at me. I dodged them all with quick moves. The other goblins took the chance to attack. I tilted my head and dodged the spear coming at me. I quickly reached out and grabbed that goblin's neck. Then I tossed it up in the air. The fireballs kept coming, exploding in bright flame, swallowing up the goblin. I kept throwing goblins like human cannons, using them as ammo against the flame goblin. They smashed right into the flame goblin. Whoa, you can actually do that. Every student watching was stunned. Even homeroom teacher Lu Wen couldn't believe it. Pretty sure I never taught that attack method. Right now, I'm smashing the flame goblin silly. If they cast spells, they hit their own kind. If not, they get killed themselves. In the chaos, Haiming made it to the back line, took them out one by one. There were just a few goblins left out of more than 100. They could only run for their lives. But this time, I didn't finish them off. I just followed behind them, slow and steady, getting ready to wreck their nest. Chased the few survivors into a cave. A few skinny, green figures suddenly popped out from above the rock wall. I clenched my hand and swung my sword in one solid direction. The goblin's head and body hit the ground separately. The last two got their heads bitten clean off by Haiming, who has night vision.
Crunch.
He swallowed happily. Suddenly, a bunch of firelight showed up around the bend. My face changed. I retreated fast. Tons of ugly, twisted shapes crawled all over the walls. I tensed up, yelled out to Haiming. Haiming's body grew huge in an instant. Evolution skill. He charged forward, smacking goblins out of the air. The goblins around were scattered everywhere. Haiming slammed his giant paw down, crushing them so hard their bodies exploded. Blood and guts everywhere. Right then, a deafening roar broke out. A hairy neck, bulging muscles, built like a small building. A massive, scary beast walked out slowly. It glared angrily at Haiming. My face went dark. It's the boss. If it's a boss. The troll charged in with giant steps and started the fight. The whole cave shook. Every step he took, the ground trembled. Haiming wasn't scared one bit. He just ran straight at it. Haiming's claws glowed black and slashed the troll first, leaving 4 shallow cuts. Feeling the pain, the troll went berserk, grabbed Haiming's head with huge hands, and smashed him to the ground. Blood trickled from Haiming's mouth. He howled in pain. Seeing Haiming getting beat, I hurried and used Power Up, boosted everything by 20%. A white glow rose from Haiming's body. Haiming flipped the troll onto its back instantly and tore off a chunk of flesh. The troll's eyes turned red. Using its bloodlust skill, they struggled together, getting crazier by the second. I kept Power Up going and used healing at the same time. The fight could be heard for hundreds of meters. All the students who heard the noise were shocked. Every boss in Bone Burial Forest is at least level 12. Who the heck is fighting the boss? A group of 3 showed up to check it out, thinking they could help and get some loot too. But when they arrived, they were all stunned, because it wasn't a team fighting the boss. Just me alone. I finished the troll off with one last swing of my sword. The troll's HP dropped straight to 0. No one else dared to step in the whole time. Liu Liang and Lu Ryan were both there, watching in total shock. Can't believe how much that little Wolf changed in a single day. Just then, another group of 4 arrived. It was Xiao Hiang from the elite class. He smiled and spoke up. Didn't expect to see someone this strong at our school. Looks like your summoned beast is really hurt. Want us to help heal it? We've got a priest who heals a ton in our party. As soon as he finished, Xiao Hiang got kicked by the cute girl behind him. I looked over and smiled. No thanks. They heard that and got ready to leave, but noticed my score just before going. 5,320. Xiao Hiang nearly cursed it out loud. Right then, Liu Ryan came over, blushing. Just got close to me. When Haiming glared at her with blood-red eyes, she instantly felt frozen, legs almost giving out on her. I didn't even turn to look at her, afraid I'd fall for her charm again. Then I went back into the cave, letting Haiming keep training. Once Haiming finished eating all the monsters, he wrapped himself in a cocoon of energy. Looks like this evolution will be way more than just getting stronger. No idea what he'll be like when he's done. Wonder what his power will be then. Not long after, Haiming ripped open the cocoon with sharp claws. His body grew even bigger. His eyes turned deep blue, with this cold, noble look, and picked up new skills, intimidation and fire. Even his innate talent leveled up. That was a total transformation. There's still an hour left till the college entrance test ends. I rode Haiming to search for other monster layers. In about 10 minutes, we made it to another boss's turf. The Twisted Tree King, level 15. When I walked toward the Tree King, Li Mingyi outside frowned nonstop. He knew the Tree King's HP and attacks were way higher than the trolls, and I'm only level 4, being this strong at my level. That's rare in the whole country. Back in the dungeon, right as I stepped onto the muddy ground, a bunch of blood-red eyes opened on the trees. Huge trunks split open, and after the gaps widened, the trees ripped out their roots and stood up. Vines stabbed right at me, but I didn't flinch. I charged straight up, drew my sword in a flash, and swung 5 times in an instant. So fast, the sword seemed to leave afterimages. The branches were instantly chopped off. They fell to the ground. My eyes turned cold. I dashed up to the tree spirit in just a few quick steps. I thrust the sword right into its gaping mouth. A huge amount of sap poured out like crazy from the wound. The tree spirit's health bar dropped to 0. It collapsed, seeing their kin die horribly. All the nearby tree spirits rushed at me, claws out. Right then,
Hey Ming let out an angry roar.
he smashed the tree spirit in front of him to pieces with one palm. Then dark flames erupted from his body, covering him entirely, igniting the tree spirits and spreading to the others non-stop. The tree spirits screamed insanely, twisting in terror. No matter how hard they struggle, they can't extinguish those dark flames. The flames are devouring their lives. Watching it burn, I'm shocked. I didn't expect He Ming's fire to be so overpowered. Very soon, the tree spirits were all reduced to ashes by the black firestorm. The dark flames returned to He Ming's body. Fire basically means He Ming can skip eating meat now. He can just directly absorb energy. In no time, both He Ming and I leveled up together. My score shot up to 7,120 points. Right then, the ground suddenly exploded. Countless thick golden branches instantly twisted up. A furious roar echoed from afar. Hundreds of tree spirits stood around. As a gigantic tree king over 100 meters tall slowly appeared, I quietly stepped back. Even if all my base stats are up now, with over 50 points, I'd still probably be done for. I'm pretty clear about my limits. He Ming can handle the strong ones. Leave the tough enemies to the summoned creature.
Hey Ming's eyes flashed fiercely.
Black flames burst from him.
He charged straight at the twisted tree king in his strongest form.
The black flames greedily devoured everything. The tree spirits kept howling in pain. I found my chance and went in to clean up, watching their kin die painfully. The twisted tree king let out a long, loud roar. Countless golden branches attacked He Ming.
Hey Ming ignored their defense.
Just rushed wildly towards the tree king's main body. His sharp claws glowed black, and he slashed fiercely at the tree king, tearing off bark. The tree king's face twisted in rage. All the branches stabbed at He Ming from different angles. But He Ming relied on his tough body, trading blows for blows. The black flames slowly crept upward. The tree king was full of fear. He could feel his life being eaten away bit by bit. The tree king was terrified. He desperately tried to escape. But He Ming roared too, and instantly, black flames wrapped him up like chains.
Hey Ming's attacks got even more savage.
At that moment, Xiao Hiang and 3 others just arrived to help. They swallowed nervously, totally shocked. Second tier, level 15. Yet the tree king got completely overpowered. Seeing them, I was surprised too. Right then, the sound of a huge thing collapsing rang out. The twisted tree king was defeated. A white light rose from my body. Level up to 8. Score on the recorder jumped another 3,000. I let them have the remaining points. 4 kills. That score was way too easy to get. Miao Shanshan's mouth dropped open. Their scores, in just 10 minutes, already reached the minimum for elite schools. Whenever we fought monsters before, we always gave our all. Xiao Hiang shook his head. It's Chunlin's He Ming that's terrifying. No matter how many tree spirits we killed, none dared to look back. At this point, all the black flames had already flown back into He Ming's body. He Ming's regular form grew to 7 meters tall. My base stats all surpassed 70. Just leveled up to 10. Now I can do my first class transfer. This college entrance exam can end now. The dungeon started to forcibly teleport us out. Countless students surrounded by white light returned to the wide plaza one after another. Cheers broke out everywhere to welcome us. He Ming, 7 meters tall, squatted calmly by my side, unmoved.
He actually took first place.
Li Mingyi and the teachers' faces were red with excitement. Too scary. 3 different talents. He's just crazy strong himself, able to kill so many monsters as a summoner. No one's ever done this before. Old Lu, you really got yourself a great student. Come on, let's hurry up and welcome Chun. Li Mingyi couldn't wait and pulled them over right away. At the other edge of the square, Liu Ryan looked visibly regretful.
He quit the dungeon an hour ago.
With his score, he can't even get into a good academy. It's all his fault. His summon wasn't weak. But he never told me. If he'd told me, I never would have teamed up with the influencer. Thinking about it, Liu Ryan's gaze turned cold. Right now, Su Lingsu was also surrounded by her teachers and principal. They all sighed. No, Tu Hai sure got lucky this year. They have a monster talent now. Yeah, totally. Don't get discouraged, Lingsu. Your score of 19,500 is already great. Su Ling Su smiled and said she was fine, then looked curiously at No Too High's direction. She seemed deep in thought. Just then, the provincial ranking was released. No doubt about it. I'm ranked No.1. Can't deny Blacknet's just insane. No cap on its growth either. And its power gets crazier as it evolves. Now I can't wait to see what my next summon will be. After I got home, I told my sister and mom the news. And the 1 million Huaxia dollars prize for first place hit my account. From now on, mom and sis won't have to lie frugally anymore. Then I went back to my room to prepare for the first rank up. To rank up, I need to beat a random rebirth dungeon. Looking at the panel, I hit rank up without hesitation. I vanished from my room in an instant. Location code 08694. This world is battered and broken. It's on the edge of collapse. Humanity's last flame is about to die out. Can you save it, or will you destroy it? Optional Task 1. Kill 1,000 disaster beasts. Protect the survivors if you can. Optional Task 2. Help the Calamity Mother Beast. Devour everything and evolve.
10 participants this time.
24-hour time limit. Can't return to Blue Star on your own. Out of nowhere, I suddenly appeared in some ruins. I frowned slightly. Didn't even think. Just picked Task 1 right away. If I pick to devour everything with the Mother Beast, what's Black Gnat gonna eat? Just then, a figure flew out from the glass door next to me. Shards rained down with a petite girl. She hit the ground. A blood-red disaster beast, a skinless crawling creature, leaped out from the dark store and lunged at the girl. She barely reached for a long blade nearby, but she was still too slow. The fear of death washed over her. She threw her hands in front to protect herself. Right then, a flash of sword light sliced the beast's head clean off. Its head and body split apart. The monster lost its balance and crashed down. I looked at the stunned girl and said, "Hey, my name's Chen Lin. I'm Lu Yu." I was about to ask her about this world when a sharp voice cut through the air. "Something's wrong. Fall back, everyone." Lu Yu's face changed right away. He grabbed me to leave. "Come on, let's go before I finish talking." A car flew straight toward us from far away. I yanked hard, throwing Lu Yu back. Then I raised my staff to block. I braced to take the hit. The impact was massive. I was knocked back a dozen meters before stopping. Lu Yu looked panicked.
He ran over, fighting the pain.
"Are you okay?" I steadied my breath, shook my head, then looked ahead. A two-legged beast covered in vicious spikes was there. "That's a blade demon. We can't escape now." Lu Yu's eyes were grim. His hand clutched his blade tight. The blade demon picked up speed. Suddenly, the ground caved in under us.
It charged at full force.
Lu Yu didn't even react yet, when a figure swept by him and faced the beast head-on. I drew my sword from my sleeve. It clashed with the blade demon's arm blade. A sharp metallic clang followed. The beast roared. Its other blade arm slashed at my head, aimed right at me. I knocked it back hard and shouted to Lu Yu, "Give me your blade." Hearing that, Lu Yu didn't hesitate.
He drew it and tossed it to me.
I looked fired up. "All right, let's go again." The blade demon seemed provoked. It charged over instantly. Both arms slashed wildly. I wasn't afraid at all. I fought with one sword and one blade. We traded dozens of blows in just seconds. We moved so fast, there were after images. After hundreds of exchanges, I spotted an opening, tilted my head to dodge a deadly strike, then slashed up with the long blade in my left hand. The sharp blade cut through its arm instantly. Didn't give it time to react. My sword stabbed straight into its heart and pierced its tough skin. Behind the stone beast, Lu Yu rubbed his aching arm, walked over and asked, "You're not from here, are you?" I kept my answer vague, just smiled lightly. "Can you tell me about this world?" "It's the Sin Miasma. It's been going for a whole month. More and more people can't take it any longer. They're going crazy and turning into killing monsters. Now the Sin Miasma's changed again. The sides here. Even mountains and rivers are mutating. People don't even know how to survive now." After hearing all that, I had a rough idea about this world. Right then, a group of over 10 people turned the corner up ahead. They all looked panicked. "Xiaoyu, why are you still here?" "Run!" The tall woman in front shouted loudly. As soon as she finished, the ground started to shake. It was like a flood was about to burst out. A swirl of red energy gathered overhead. Suddenly, roars came from all around. Tons of disaster beasts showed up on the rooftops. They all stared at us with bloodthirsty eyes. The red mist formed a wall right then, trapping everyone inside. It kept closing in. Everyone's legs slowed down in despair. Everyone swallowed nervously. Xiao Yu, stick close to me. Lulu finished speaking, glanced at me, probably thinking I'm with some other survivor group. I didn't care. I walked straight forward. Wait, what are you doing? Now we're completely surrounded. This isn't the time to act tough alone. I grinned. No, it's them that are surrounded by me. So many beasts. If I kill them all, my rank will shoot up fast. With a flash of white light, Blacknet, now 7 meters tall, appeared instantly. Its roar shook the sky. Blacknet's tree child stared forward coldly at the tidal wave of beasts ahead, then started to transform into giant form. It suddenly shot up to 28 meters tall. It's even taller than some buildings. Haiming pushed off with all 4 limbs. The ground instantly cracked with countless fissures. Like a missile, it charged right into the disaster beasts. Under the intense heat, none of the beasts lasted even a few seconds. They died screaming in pain and turned into nutrients. Everyone watching this from behind was in a total daze. Suddenly, over a dozen disaster beasts rushed me. Zhaoxin saw this happen. Lulu quickly shouted a warning. She moved fast, ready to help. But the next second, her body froze in place. She saw me step forward instead of backing off. With a sword and a blade, I cut through them like nothing. In seconds, I'd killed all the beasts attacking me. Lulu's mouth dropped wide open. There's clearly no sign of a mutation. He should be really weak. Suddenly, Lulu thought of one possibility. Half a year ago, while searching for supplies, she saw someone just as strong with no mutations. Those people destroyed survivors' hidden bases, forcing survivors into the beast's sights and getting them killed. And if survivors tried to escape, they'd break their legs on purpose. A bunch of monsters with no humanity. And they lied, saying everyone was on the same team. Lulu has never forgotten those words. Chun Lin is different from those people. He saved me twice. It was like he knew what Lulu was thinking. Lu Yu quickly explained. Lulu took a deep breath. There was a hint of hatred in her eyes. No matter what, stay away from him. Right now, he's drawn most of the disaster beast's attention. Let's break out while we have the chance. But just as they got close, a bolt of lightning suddenly struck down. No entry here. A guy with a book in his hand and golden hair walked out of the building. As the golden-haired guy chanted, bolts of lightning appeared one after another. Right then, my face changed suddenly. I swung my blade to the side to block. Suddenly, a dagger stabbed into my blade. A woman with delicate features slowly appeared in front of me. I didn't hesitate. My sword slashed across her waist instantly. But she suddenly vanished and reappeared dozens of meters away. Without saying a word, I kicked off the ground and dashed right over. The woman saw this and shouted, "Not going to help?" As soon as she finished, a surge of fierce flames burst from the building. The two of them collided. Sparks flew everywhere. "Are you really a summoner?" The burly man in the flames whistled in surprise. Intense flames surged towards me. I stayed cold and calm. My sword forced him back. Then 4 people walked out from different directions. You're not allowed to kill each other in the reincarnation instance. If someone does, they're wanted immediately. But that's only for reincarnation instances with no factions. Never thought someone would actually pick that. Didn't anyone from Daxia teach you the first mission? When you run into a reincarnation instance, how do you choose to boost your chances? Disaster beasts clearly have the edge. Anyone with a bit of sense should know what to pick. Look at these 6 thinking I'm just prey caught in their trap. I just said calmly, "Have you heard this saying? Top hunters usually show up as prey." I acted high profile to draw you here. So how could I not be sure I can handle you? You all talked big just now. Let me give you your reward. I'm inviting you all to die. So, I started to smile. Dinner is served. Time for Haiming to feast. A ferocious roar shook the whole area. Black flames hundreds of meters wide poured into the black giant Volf. It grew instantly, gaining another 8 meters in size. Now it looks even more menacing and intimidating. Everyone could feel a chill in their soul. They watched in fear as the giant black wolf charged at them. A chill shot up from their feet to their skulls. Their minds were about to explode from terror. Finally, just as the black wolf's claws came down, 3 of them managed to control their panic. They scattered and dodged in an instant. But the unlucky last one couldn't even scream, was ripped apart by the black wolf right away. Seeing this, the rest broke into a cold sweat. They thought holding off the summoned beast would be enough. Turns out the summoner himself was as strong as them, if not more. But this summoned beast wasn't just tough. Its power was horrifying, and it had control skills. Forget about holding it back. Lasting 3 minutes without being wiped out would be lucky. As the black wolf lunged at the next target, the one closest, the blonde youth gritted his teeth and started chanting ancient words. Suddenly, raging lightning flashed, turning into thick chains wrapping around it. The chains instantly bound the black wolf's legs and neck. Hurry up and kill him. I can only hold him for 10 seconds. The blonde youth didn't finish his sentence when the black wolf yanked its right paw, breaking the lightning chains instantly. No way. That's my aid skill. The blonde youth was stunned. With my buff cast.
Hey, Ming just got even stronger.
Seeing this, no one hesitated. Everyone used their best moves. The shadow girl split into several shadows, striking at me from different angles. Suddenly, countless ice spikes appeared overhead, raining down everywhere, forcing me to keep falling back. A girl with long icy hair walked over calmly. Frost started spreading from beneath her feet, covering the ground bit by bit. Close monsters froze instantly to statues. I'll hold him off. The burly guy's flames roared, and he charged in. The other 3 struck at the same time, trying to take me out instantly. But just then, a roar exploded. Little brats, look at me. Taunt skill activated. And in that moment, all 3 turned their heads, glaring fiercely at the big guy with the shield. Right after, the black wolf appeared behind the mindless trio, and its claws tore through them the next second, splitting them into 4. Then Ming spun around and slammed his claws into a nearby building. Broken stone rained down on the blue-haired woman. Chunks of rubble tore at her clothes, ripped through her skin.
Hey, Ming closed in instantly.
Then brought his claw down in a blast of black flames, swallowing her whole. Meanwhile, an icy blast erupted, freezing buildings and life into statues as it swept by. The burly man turned into an ice pop instantly. Now only one of the 7 prey was left. Then, everyone else turned their murderous gaze to the blonde youth. He went pale in a flash. He threw down a barrage of thunder and ran for his life. I dodged everything with a few quick steps. All his attacks missed me. Then I swung my blade and took the blonde youth's head off. I turned and asked, "Do you know about the Doombra mother?" Lu Yu nodded. He rose out of countless monsters and regained his own consciousness. "You want to kill the Doombra mother?" I nodded. "Only by killing it can we get the highest rating and maybe bring real hope to this world." Then Su Lingsu walked over. "We meet again. Chun Lin, damn." Before I could answer, the big guy blurted out in shock, "Bro, you're that top scorer in Dongshan province? No wonder you're so strong." After chatting a bit, the 3 of us got closer. I also learned the big guy's name is Luo Zhuan. I told them both I was going after the Doombra mother. They agreed without hesitation. We set off right away, heading for the city center. Soon we reached a big bridge. Suddenly, monsters all opened their glowing red eyes, charging straight at us. Fei Ming instantly unleashed his intimidation and rushed right into the packed horde. A sea of black flames exploded among the monsters. My face fell. The Doombra mother spotted us and now knows where we are. Su Lingsu's eyes turned icy blue. Like an indifferent goddess, ice spikes instantly formed above her. And with a thought, all the spears shot at the swarming monsters behind. Countless monsters were pierced through and toppled like rows of wheat. But even more monsters just kept coming. Every monster in the city was rushing here from all around. The pressure kept building on me. Tens of thousands, maybe 1 million monsters in the city. Even if we wore ourselves out, there's no way we could kill them all. So I shouted, "Take out the boss first." He Ming, go for the Doom Bloodmother.
Hearing my command,
He Ming instantly turned and dashed toward the bridge. There's a deadly aura ahead. It's the Doom Bloodmother. When He Ming reached the far side of the bridge, a dark red tentacle, over 10 meters long, suddenly lashed out of the night, smashing into his body. He crashed through several buildings in a row, before finally stopping over 20 meters away,
Hey Ming roared, shaking off the dust.
and stood up from the rubble and debris. Cold vertical pupils glared at the Doom Bloodmother ahead, a massive eyeball, over 60 meters tall, covered in countless eyes, all staring at He Ming,
Hey Ming burst out with black flames.
and launched his attack.
His body shot forward in a flash.
With He Ming charging at full power, damaged buildings shook nonstop. All the giant eyeball's pupils shrank at once. 15 crimson tentacles whipped straight for He Ming. Watching those tentacles whip at him,
Hey Ming dodged what he could.
and if he couldn't dodge, his claws glowed black, and he slashed down hard. But it only made a metallic screech. One of the dark red tentacles caught He Ming off guard and sent him flying. The gap he'd closed was lost just like that. Before, He Ming always counted on his giant form, using brute strength and defense to dominate up close and just overwhelm enemies. But now, facing the giant eyeball's tentacles, he stood no chance at all. With a furious roar, black flames erupted at full force, blasting searing heat everywhere and spreading in all directions.
Hey Ming dashed forward at once.
Burning through his mana fast, he went all in for a last stand. Meanwhile, I grew tense, linked to He Ming's soul. I could tell his life force was drifting lower and lower. Alright, suddenly, Su Lingsu opened her glowing blue eyes. 10,000 eyes extinguished. Water vapor vanished instantly from the air, and monsters everywhere turned to ice crystals in a blink. Shards flew everywhere. Seeing that opening, I made my move right away. Go to the Disaster Mother Beast. Now, only letting Black Ming evolve gives us a slim chance. Soon, the three arrived at the city center. A roar came from ahead. None of them hesitated. They rushed forward right away. They quickly saw Black Ming, badly wounded, barely hanging on, but his claws dug firmly into the ground. Even as dark red tentacles whipped at him, he refused to let go. Step by step, he walked forward, determined. Seeing this, I ran straight to Black Ming. As Black Ming devoured those disaster beasts, I cast healing and strengthening spells right away. A faint white glow lit up Black Ming's body. Black Ming's slit pupils trembled.
He let out a fierce roar.
He blasted away the dark red tentacles. Black Ming rushed to the disaster beast nest. Dark flames bloomed like lotus flowers. They spread instantly. The giant eyeball sensed something was wrong. It immediately gave a command. All disaster beasts were ordered to stay away, but it was already too late. Countless dark flames, full of devouring energy, poured into Black Ming's body. I didn't hesitate, clicked on the panel, and started the evolution. Terrifying black power burst out from deep within Black Ming. It surged outside. A pillar of pitch black light formed. It shot straight into the sky. Black Ming's body instantly grew to over 100 meters. Congrats, you're summoned beast. Black Ming gained the swift skill. Congrats, you're summoned. Black Ming gained the new talent, Diamond Body. All stats increased by 60. I breathed a sigh of relief. Another big upgrade again. Black Ming Tree Spirit stared at the giant eyeball. His body now looked totally refreshed. His tough Vol fur glowed with a faint golden light. He seemed mysterious and powerful. The giant eyeball's pupils shook violently. At the moment, the black power erupted. It felt overwhelmed by that urge to devour everything. So scared it couldn't move. But right after, endless fury took over. It could evolve by devouring too. It believed it could be the strongest, and whipped thick dark red tentacles. Even the air shook from the force. Black Ming stood firm like a rock, unshaken at all. 15 dark red tentacles lashed his body. Only the golden light flickered a bit. After fusing gluttony and giant, the dark flames exploded in an instant. A fierce beast shadow made of dark flames rose up 400 meters high, its savage shape looming. 1,000 meters around turned into a sea of black fire in seconds. Black Ming suddenly charged to the giant eyeball. As his mighty claw rose, The fierce beast's shadow raised a claw too. The dark flame claw swung down at once. Several eyes on the giant eyeball went blind instantly. It let out a painful scream. Its tentacles wildly whipped Black Ming, but they couldn't harm him. The giant eyeball roared and absorbed dark energy. It fused that power quickly inside. Its body grew bigger in seconds. Its dark red tentacles sprouted countless sharp barbs. This power was something it saved up to evolve to the next life form. Now it had to use it early. Dark red tentacles closed in on Black Ming from all sides. Both sides attacked each other like crazy. The ground kept shaking from the fight. Roars echoed across the sky. Hours went by, and only Black Ming was still standing on the ruins. Countless pupils in those giant eyes faded. Black flames slowly consumed the whole body. At that moment, Su Lingsu and I both started laughing. We killed the Calamity Mother Beast, and thousands more disaster beasts. The scores we get will definitely be sky high. The next day, a notification sounded. The three of us vanished on the spot. Time's up. Now your score will be settled based on your performance. You killed 8,560 disaster beasts. Successfully killed the Calamity Mother Beast. Congrats, you got a perfect score. Your class advanced to Summoning Swordmaster. Rare and unique. Description: this strange class was born because of you. Congrats, you've learned a new class skill. Skill effect of sword condensation. A sword balanced between real and illusion. Ignores all of the target's real-world defenses. Deals a mental blow. I looked at the panel, a bit surprised. Ignores physical defense and hurts the target directly. Spirit, pretty much, as long as they don't have any mental defense. I can cut them down instantly. This skill literally makes my scalp tingle. In my hand, a sword covered with countless carvings appeared instantly, and my mental power was used up just from forming the sword. I shook my head and put the sword away. Guess this move can only be my trump card. I smiled a little, opened my phone. Right after accepting friend requests from Hanyi Luozhuan and Su Lingsu, I saw a message from Lu Wen pop up. Top schools are sending recruitment mentors. They'll arrive here at 2 p.m. today. You need to come to school. I thought for a second. No other business. Got up and left right away. Fanyan No to high school. Lu Wen was waiting at the gate.
He came up as soon as he saw me.
You finally made it. This time it's all 5 top schools. All sent mentors to No too high. That's never happened among regular folks before. Followed Lu Wen to the office. He took a dragon-shaped ring out from the drawer. This is a reward from the city council. There's gear and skill books you wanted inside. My eyes lit up. These are exactly what I need now. Palm blade. This was just regular quality gear. It's been through tons of intense fights. And now it's broken. I took the sword back. Used my mind to check inside. Suddenly 2 messages popped up. The Sky Sword form gets elite status for a day. Heaven General form gains Wisdom Aura. Continuously restores 50% more mental power. Skill book effect. Short range flash step. Can teleport within 100 meters instantly. Looking at this gear and these skill books, I'm beyond satisfied. Right around 2 o'clock, a black town car stopped at No Too High. 5 men and women stepped out. Li Mingyi looked very serious. Stepped up without any delay. To become a mentor at a top academy. There's no doubt they're all 5th-tier pros. Even the mayor has to show them respect. We headed to the reception room. He looked lazy. Ji Fei sat down and casually asked Chun Lin, "Where's?" And right then the door opened. Lu Wen and I walked in. Yi Fei looked me over from head to toe. "Nice, you look like you belong at our Skylark Academy." Feng Yi, sitting nearby, was instantly annoyed. It's one thing for people to say that outside, but Skylark really just picks students by looks? Then he turns to recruit me instead. "Chun Lin, pick Kingshan Academy. Any resource is yours to pick. 3 as your entrance gifts." "Just 3? What is this charity? You doubting the value of our champion here?" "Yeah, Chun Lin. He doesn't even respect you. No need to go get dissed over there." Li Mingyi and Lu Wen were both stunned by all this. Things got a bit tense. Whoever tried to recruit first, the other 4 would dogpile them. It started getting out of hand. Ji Fei took a deep breath, looked at me and suddenly said, "First tier, huh? You probably haven't started summoning yet." If you join Skylark, I can request the best summoning materials for you. I'll get you whatever you need for summoning. If you want any resources for your Black Volf, just say the word, even including offering my daughter." When he said that, the other four went silent. Even at their level, they thought that offer was over the top. This year, there are more than 10 people over 20,000 points. If they use up too many resources on one student early, it'll be tough to compete for the rest later. They didn't think it was worth it. The four quietly gave up. I just shook my head. Everything else is fine. But keep your daughter out of it? Jifei relaxed his brow, looked pleased. If you like them mature, I work too. I could actually do that, you know. I was about to say, that's not what I meant, but the words stuck in my throat. In the end, I picked Skylark Academy, not because Jifei looked good, but because he offered way too much. Before long, it was time for orientation. Zhongshan City, Ninefold Province. Skylark Academy. All the country's top students from the college entrance exam have gathered here. I just picked a dorm room at random. It had all the essentials and supplies. Right then, my special device suddenly vibrated. A message popped up at the same time. Your summoning materials have been approved. Let me know if you need any more resources. I'll help you request as much as I can. After sending the message, Jifei leaned back in his soft chair. Jiang Wuyu beside him looked puzzled.
Honestly,
We've got enough resources for 4 province champions. That's way more than Chun Lin is worth. Frankly, he doesn't really match what we're giving. Li Fei just kept smiling at him. Said the freshman competition is tomorrow. We'll see for ourselves then. Laying the summoning materials out on the floor, I reached out into the air. As I started the summoning spell, the whole room filled with white light. A few minutes later, what appeared was a butterfly with 2 pairs of red wings. About 60 centimeters large, body all silver. Please don't be another weak one. My lips twitched. Secretly checked its panel. Summoned creature, silver butterfly. Level 10 strength 1, physique 1, agility 1, speed 1, magic 1. Only 4 total stats. Even weaker than my first Black Volf. I shook my head. This is officially the weakest summon I've ever seen. But that's okay. I'm going to give you endless potential. Watching the silver butterfly fly toward me, I reached out my finger to catch it. Scanning started. Loyalty 100%. Will never betray. Ready for soul bond? When I confirmed, a sudden soul-splitting pain hit me deep inside. Congrats. Your summon has awakened. SS level unique talent. Infinite metamorphosis. Can take any form and gain different powers. Right at that moment, the silver butterfly turned into a soft glow and took my shape. It spoke in a dull voice, Master. After a basic understanding, I finally realized how powerful the myriad forms shrine is. I opened the box. Inside were parts of battle armor. I pointed at the silver butterfly and focused my thoughts to communicate. The silver butterfly nodded lightly, turned into light and wrapped around my arm. A silver suit of armor appeared instantly and slowly covered my whole body. I didn't feel any discomfort or weight. It's like this armor is part of my body. I'm satisfied with how I look. Plus, the myriad forms shrine can fuse with metal to become even tougher. No doubt about it. Just like greed and gluttony. It's a talent that can keep getting stronger. Thinking about that, I decided to train the silver butterfly first. I messaged Jifei. I need some special metal. In just half an hour, the items arrived. I got a notification. All rare metals with unique traits. Each one is a valuable resource. Back in my room, I started having the silver butterfly fuse. Soon, the armor on me became super tough. Even a tier 2 pro would have a hard time breaking it. The armor's weight hit 5 tons. But it didn't bother me at all. If it falls on an enemy though, it's like a mountain crushing down. I went to the living room. The noise caught the attention of my 3 roommates who looked surprised. A guy walked up and said, "Hey, Qingyuan Province's second Maple Leaf. Top scorer in the province with just a regular class. That's quite a feat. Maybe it was just luck. Got a super strong summon creature." The cold guy sounded a bit dismissive. He's number 2 from Longsh Province. Scored 23,000 on the entrance exam. But it just so happened there was no top genius in his province. So he took first place. In his eyes, it's just a case of no tiger in the mountain. So a monkey gets to be king. The Maple Leaf smiled faintly. In my opinion, if you can get a powerful summon to answer you, it means Chunlin is special. It looked like an argument was coming. Just then, a voice echoed throughout the academy. All new students, bring your weapons and gear. Gather at Lark Square right now. Guess the freshman competition is bumped up 2 weeks. Cao Yang on the couch spoke up. Plus, there are more mutant beasts outside the city. The academy wants us to help clear out the mutant beasts. After hearing that, I went silent. Suddenly, I thought of the other world in the rebirth instance. Never thought Blue Star would face the same crisis so soon. Thinking to myself, that arrogant guy's voice hit my ears. Good, the sooner the better. Chunlin, I'm going to crush you. I'll prove I deserve first place more than you. Seeing his arrogant look, I just smiled. Let's see who's better. But I'm definitely the one who will beat everyone. Lark Square. All the new students gathered. The group leader sighed. If you rank in the top 100, you have to clean up mutant beasts outside the city. You grow fast under the threat of death. The secretary behind nodded and spoke holding a tablet. The freshman competition is now held half a month early. You'll enter a level 20 to 30 raid, the Rift Canyon. This round of the competition will decide how resources are distributed in the future. After the announcement, the raid doors slowly opened. His aura revealed, swept the whole place. Some people's legs turned weak. Their lips trembled. Are you kidding me? I haven't even reached my first advancement. How are we supposed to fight this? Luo Zhuan anxiously searched the crowd.
He quickly spotted the big head he had in mind.
Lin, I see him. The tall Luo Zhuan ran over with a gray-eyed, short-haired girl.
He said before he'd sign up for Skylark like me.
I thought he was joking. Didn't expect him to be serious. This is my sister. Luo Ning, my face turned odd. Hi. Luo Ning shyly hid behind her brother. She spoke in a tiny voice. I let out a helpless sigh. Sent them a team invite. Seeing me team up with others boosted his confidence. The cold guy frowned, right before entering the instance.
He said coldly, don't embarrass yourself too much.
Chunlin. I didn't reply either. The three of us vanished from sight. Soon, all the trainees entered the instance. A mentor waved and casted a water screen projection. The Rift Valley covered hundreds of kilometers, like a giant maze. We just got in. A roar sounded ahead, perfect to test my new strength. I focused my mind. A silver butterfly appeared with a flash. Within a few steps, I was covered in silver armor. With a grip, my celestial sword staff appeared. Then I drew the silver saber from my back. I stomped right on the ground. Instantly popped up in front of the monsters meters away. So close. This skill was meant for escaping, but I used it to rush in. The blade swung in an instant, like slicing tofu. It cut smoothly through a few monsters, without missing a beat. I turned into a blur, cutting through them in a flash. The monsters barely reacted, before dropping in shock. Seeing all this, Luo Zhuan shouted excitedly, Lin. Awesome! I don't have to do anything, but my experience keeps climbing. That's the joy of teaming up with a carry. The mentors watching were stunned. Their faces were shocked at the speed and damage. Nearly as good as a melee hidden class. These base stats are ridiculous. Even if Chunlin advanced to the second tier, he couldn't have this kind of strength. A mentor thought for a second. Sighed. Could that silver butterfly be Chunlin's second summoning beast? A summon that can turn into a weapon. Never heard of it. Even the seasoned dean looked surprised. Glancing at the smug Jifei, he shook his head. Over a dozen people have higher points than Chunlin. He gets almost no points from teaming. If that's all, he can't keep top rank. He's your future son-in-law. How does him losing face help you? Jifei was about to speak, when he got smacked on the back of his head. The dean frowned deeply. Back inside the instance, my silver armor was soaked in blood. These level 20 monsters go down in one shot. Looks like I'm at the peak of second advancement. I might not beat a third advancement, but I get out just fine. Just then, a wave of negative emotions flooded my mind, trying to control me, make me end myself. Seeing me freeze up, Luo Zhuan cried out, Shao Ning! Turn off your field, quick. Knowing her power was weird, Luo Ning panicked and turned it off fast. I smiled. It's okay, relax. That can't affect me at all. Checked my tracker. Only got 120 points so far. That's too slow. If I want to grow fast, I've got to take first place and win Academy resources. Both Silver Butterfly and Shadow Fang need lots of resources. With that thought, I focused my will. In an instant, a giant violent demon wolf appeared in a flash. Its scary howl echoed in the canyon. Luo Ning saw Shadow Fang for the first time and shrank back in fear, hid behind me. I ordered Shadow Fang, go! Shadow Fang, eat every beast in this canyon. At my command, Shadow Fang's eyes turned fierce and vanished instantly, charging into the depths of the canyon. Soon after, my wrist tracker kept making point alerts. I took another path, planning to farm points from both ends. A girl in the distance wielded a crimson thunder dragon, striking down on tons of monsters. The ground split on impact. Within 100 meters, crimson lightning exploded out, wiping out all monsters. She looked unsatisfied. These trash mobs are so weak. Seeing her sister go off again, Ruolan looked helpless. Suddenly, a terrifying energy wave and burning heat hit. Before she could react, Luo Hongying's fierce gaze blazed with fighting spirit. Crimson lightning burst out, coiling around her black spear. As the Blackrock giant wolf charged, just a glance from those slit eyes spread fear inside her. But soon, Luo Hongying's face showed madness. She rushed at the giant wolf. Luo Lan saw her fearless sister charge ahead and quickly cast several buffs and barriers. With those buffs, her power doubled. Even a third advancement boss could be handled. When both sides clashed, a shockwave blasted out, rushing in all directions. The giant black wolf stood there, unscathed in golden light. Luo Hongying's face froze. That was a third advancement level attack.
How?
It's totally fine. Shadow Fang stared coldly at his feet, at the human attacking for no reason. With a swipe of his claw, incredible force broke through all three shields. Luo Hongying went flying back. Luo Lan's face changed, put her hands together. A holy figure dozens of meters tall slowly appeared. 6 holy guardian angels descended. SS-tier angels blessing. A golden shield rose instantly, covering them both. Luo Lan shouted, "Sis, quick!" But before she finished, Shadow Fang raised his claw. A black glow appeared and shredded the golden shield instantly. He gave the two a cold look and walked past them, paying them no mind. It went dead quiet outside. All the mentors and the dean fell silent. Is this really a summoner who's only advanced for days? That's some insane power. Truly terrifying. This strength is beyond the level of second advancement. Watching this insane battle power, everyone couldn't help but think the same thing. Unbeatable among peers. A true monster of our time. Looking at Jifei's smug face, Jiang Wuyu was completely shocked. That kind of impossible odds.
He actually managed to pull it off.
Is he really a genius? In the next 10 hours, He Ming killed over 10,000 monsters. Even took down 3 third-tier bosses. Only 1,300 points away from the next evolution. And that's just in half a day. But the further you go, the harder it gets. Luo Zhuan and Luo Ning looked super excited. First time leveling up so easily. We barely did anything. I smiled and glanced at the recorder. The score already hit 34,000. He Ming was still cleaning up nearby. Came back here. I casually cast a healing spell. Soon the dungeon timer hit 0. White light surrounded us. Teleported back to Skylark Plaza. Tons of amazed gazes turned our way. A lot of students nearby looked beat up, especially the cold guy. He slammed the ground in frustration. Even at full power, he was smacked seriously injured by a random hit from a giant black wolf. Then the deputy secretary shouted, "I'll announce the student rankings now. First place, Chen Lin, 34,500 points." Hearing that, the cold guy's eyes went wide. He quickly looked at the holoscreen. My score was right at the top, way ahead of everyone else. After that, scores dropped off a cliff. Second place was Maple, only 13,000 points. That's impossible. The cold guy couldn't believe it. He thought there was a mistake in the rankings. And it wasn't just him. A lot of people thought it was crazy. How come everyone else, even the 2 champions, had such low scores? The The secretary seemed to notice everyone's confusion and explained that the black giant Volf you faced was actually Chun Lin's summoned creature. Plenty of people tried to stop it, but got knocked out instantly. Everyone was stunned when they heard that. Up on the stage, the deputy secretary announced the end of the competition. Credit rewards will be sent to your student accounts. You're all dismissed. Back at the private suite, seeing me walk in, the cool guy looked a bit awkward. He hesitated a moment, then took a deep breath and said, "Your package arrived earlier. They said it's the second batch of materials. You weren't here, so I moved it into your room." I was a bit surprised, then smiled and said, "Okay, thanks." The cool guy turned away and then quietly said, "You're welcome." After I got back to my room, I opened the big black box. This batch of rare metals was even more than last time. As long as silver butterfly fuses enough metal, even Heiming can't break through its defense. There's also a chance to get all kinds of special effects. Then it won't just be unbeatable in defense, but its power will be insane too. I don't plan to just be a weak summoner. That weakness is too obvious. If I'm targeted, I could get taken out easily.
10 minutes later.
All the metals were fused by silver butterfly. Now its toughness can't even be pierced by a third-tier advance. And it weighs 13 tons now. With the boosted strength, one punch could shatter the ground. Right then, the 50,000 credit reward for first place came too. After thinking for a bit, I spent all my points buying dozens of kinds of fruits. When it got delivered, I dumped everything out at once, then summoned Heiming and fed him. Pretty quick, I could feel wave after wave of heat strengthening him. My whole body feels amazing. Heiming's size is also slowly increasing. He hit 40 meters in just a few minutes. After I promoted to summoning swordsman, I get 5 extra strength points per level. I've totally broken the summoner build, from a spirit-only glass cannon, who had to hide in the back, into a full-on offensive class. Next day, school officially started. All 4 of us were in class 1. Ran into Luo Zhuan and Luo Ning on the way. The room was packed when we entered. They still seem pretty shocked even now, crushing everyone with just one summon. It was totally unheard of. Just then, 2 gorgeous twins walked in. Luo Hongying and Luo Lan looked around and sat directly in front of me. Meanwhile, tall Jifei entered the room. He scanned everyone in the room
And said, "My name is Jifei."
"I'm your homeroom teacher. Don't bother me if you can't help it." He was lazy, but then his face hardened. He said seriously, "You're all geniuses. You worked hard to get in, looking for better resources. But unfortunately, the aliens have plotted for decades, and their lead is growing. Before long, they'll break through our lines." Everyone was in total disbelief. Society seems so orderly right now. Even entertainment is thriving. Media says things are improving, and there's no bad news online. Everything seems so calm. But now disaster is coming. Seeing their confusion, Jifei asked, "Isn't it strange? Why in our society, you rarely see anyone past rank 5? Even the provincial military's best is only at rank 4. Hearing that, everyone thought about it. It really is true. By all accounts, rank 5 powerhouses shouldn't be common. But they shouldn't be this rare, online or in person. Suddenly, a terrifying thought occurred to them. Top academy graduates are at least rank 4 or higher. Most went straight to the front lines. Because of them, the rear stays peaceful. Jifei continued. News that triggers panic is naturally banned by the state. So many commoners have no idea what's happening. More importantly, the mutant beast hordes are growing. If they aren't stopped, the aliens will notice and launch their attack early. Jifei glanced at the students. It's time for us to step up. Academies are sending top talents to military bases to cull the mutant beasts. Those who volunteer for this, to cull the mutant beasts, stand up. As he spoke, chairs scraped across the floor. I didn't hesitate at all. Seeing this, the Luo siblings immediately stood up as well. Fighting beasts was inevitable anyway. It's just happening sooner. Half the class remained seated. Seeing that, Jifei's lips curled up. Half the class volunteering is more than I expected. Everyone, move out. Head to the military base. A chubby kid's eyes widened. Wait, we have to go too. Yes, You're the top 100 freshmen, the Academy's best seeds. Naturally, you're going. I only told you now because the military wants to find volunteers to mark as priority talents. Ji Fei said blankly. If you lack the courage, there is a second option. Drop out of Lark Academy. Half of the 20 or so who were hesitating stood up. Ji Fei led everyone outside. Dozens of heavy trucks waited there. Serious soldiers stood waiting. As the students boarded, the campus became silent. Inside the truck cabin, Ji Fei picked up some files. Our destination is the Henduan military base, 900 kilometers from the city. The Balian Mountains are ahead, covering hundreds of thousands of miles. According to our scans, in the outskirts alone, are tens of thousands of level 10 to 30 beasts. If you go deeper, level 50 beasts are everywhere. You only need to clear the outskirts. Up until now, the front line relied on technology to barely hold the line. However, lately, their attacks have become fiercer, constant raids from all sides. So, for this culling mission, the front line can't spare help. 8 or 9 hours later, the heavy trucks stopped. As the heavy doors slid open, soldiers in black gear stood in line. They seemed to be waiting for us. The soldiers gave a collective salute. Everyone was deeply moved. They stopped acting so casual. Ji Fei said, "Everyone, follow me," to the mission hub. Everyone looked around curiously. The military base was massive. Turrets were stationed everywhere. The defense was airtight. We soon reached the mission hub. A female soldier was waiting. She handed out smart bracelets. They looked like the exam trackers, but with maps and mission features. There's also an SOS icon. One click, and the base will be notified. They'll send a rescue team. Nearby users will also be alerted, so they can assist immediately. Welcome, I am Zhao AI. I'm happy to serve you. For this culling mission, take at least one mission daily. You haven't met today's goal. Please accept a mission soon. Mission accepted. The bracelet chimed. I walked to the mission board. I scanned the list. Better to play it safe. I'll take a few rank 3 missions. Suddenly, I felt eyes on me. I turned around immediately and saw Luo Zhuan and Luo Ning. They were looking at me pitifully. With their current strength, the wild would be too dangerous. Let's go together. I gave them a smile. I have to see this through. The two nodded eagerly, their eyes full of gratitude. Seeing this scene, Maple was about to invite Ronan but stopped. Suddenly felt a bit sore in the teeth. Twins are one thing, but now even Ronan can't escape. Centerfield is crazy dangerous. Accidents could happen anytime. How about we look out for each other? Maple turned away, feeling uncomfortable, looking at Lee Center with a caring expression. Get lost and bother someone else. Lee Center gave a disgusted look, picked a mission and left with the support class girl. Cao Yang, we're not done talking. Cao Yang cut him off directly. It's still a combat hidden class after all. Don't be so cowardly. Just find a few reliable teammates. Worst case, hit the SOS button. If we're nearby, we'll come pick up your corpse. Maple suddenly felt surrounded by bad vibes. Soon I picked 3 missions myself. Clear the Berserk Black Ape 200 kilometers away, plus the Twin Fang Tiger and Blood Spirit Croc. All mutant beast locations are modified by formation masters, marked with the eye of observation, swept up by micro-drones for carpet searching. Each mutant beast has its own territory awareness. Normally, they don't stray too far from home. For this cleanup mission, all bases are fully prepared, so trainees can hunt mutants easier, and more steadily too. They also thought about their safety. Everyone who heads for missions gets 3 high-explosive grenades, plus a powerful pistol with 7 armor-piercing rounds. These can hurt mutants around level 20. I've got 0 confidence in my shooting, so I just grabbed the 3 grenades. Anyway, my punch right now is way stronger than armor-piercing bullets. Turned around and left with the other 2. Quickly drove into the Balian Mountains. I swapped in the silver butterfly and changed into armor. Just then my smart wrist spoke up. Do you want Zhao AI to turn on the flashlight? I answered yes, right away. 1 second later, bright white light illuminated the area about 10 meters. Everyone in the command room looked serious. Through a nearby micro-drone, spotted our route was off immediately. Ahead is the mutant beast zone above level 30. Why haven't they stopped yet? Check what missions they took. A middle-aged man in a major's uniform spoke gravely. The woman handling the screens heard him, quickly operated them, sounded shocked. Kill level 33 Berserk Black Ape, level 36 Twin Fang Tiger, level 39 Blood Spirit Croc. These all require third turn strength. The last is almost a fourth turn challenge. Are they nuts? Yang Zhao rubbed his forehead. This is the strongest rookie at Skylark Academy this year. He's only level 16. How's he so bold? Taking missions 2 whole turns above his level. That's basically suicide. But with geniuses like this, who jump up right away knowing the danger, they rarely ever betray humanity. So, even if they're reckless, we can't ignore them. He immediately gave the order. Had 4 armed helicopters get nearby. If they're in danger, start rescue right away. Yang Zhao let out a long sigh. Compared to other bases, their transverse base might drag us down. Suddenly, my smart wrist buzzed. Attention, please. You've entered the Berserk Black Ape's habitat. The moment that sound echoed, a giant snake burst through the brush. Its massive body was dozens of meters long, baring its sharp fangs. It lunged straight at me. Its terrifying gaping maw tried to swallow me whole. I spun around instantly, grabbing its fangs with both hands, and unleashed my power. With superhuman strength and 13 tons of weight, the fangs snapped instantly. Blood sprayed everywhere, making it recoil in pain. But I didn't give it a second to breathe. The ground cracked beneath my feet, and I closed the gap instantly, with one punch. Its spine shattered completely. The snake hissed in agony. Fear filled its cold eyes, and it tried to flee. I grabbed it back, and dragged it slowly toward me. It struggled in desperate terror, making the ground tremble. But it was all for nothing. My fist slammed into its head. Flesh and blood exploded, and its skull collapsed. I grabbed its jaws with both hands and ripped it in half. This brutal scene left Luo Zhuan and Luo Ning trembling. Meanwhile, the command center fell silent. Everyone stared in shock. This is insane. He's only level 16. Yet he crushed a level 29 dread python? What kind of monster is he? Yang Zhao looked down, checking the files again. It clearly says he's a summoner. That's right. Suddenly, a roar echoed through the screens. Everyone's expression turned grim. A massive creature, 50 meters tall, a muscular leopard ape, leapt down, woken by the commotion.
It charged toward us in a rage.
The female officer turned pale. It's the Berserk Black Ape. How did it reach level 34? Mutant beasts evolve every 10 levels. It could kill that python easily too. Yang Zhao shook his head, doubting the outcome. In the entire human race, few can bridge such a power gap. He grabbed his radio, ready to call for help. He'd send 4 gunships if needed. Before I could collect my loot, a massive, bloodthirsty shadow pounced from above. Its giant fists slammed down like hammers. Fearless, I drew my blade and slashed. The blade hit its iron-hard fist. A shockwave surged outward, but I was unharmed. Silver Butterfly blocked all the damage. The ape roared again, its body growing even larger, reaching 70 meters in height. Then, like swatting a fly, it swung its massive palm, but I appeared above its head instantly, swinging my blade down. Up close, I triggered my skill, originally a survival move. I used it to close the distance. The strike flashed like a beam, hitting the back of its head, but only leaving a shallow wound. Stung by the pain, the ape turned its massive body, swinging its arms wildly. But I dodged every strike, getting in close. I slashed the same spot repeatedly. The ape stomped down hard, shaking the very earth. Dust billowed in all directions. But I was already meters away. Seems 13 tons in wind power. Can't easily wound this beast. I've reached my limit here. I decided to end this now. Instantly, an ethereal sword appeared in my hand, etched with mysterious white runes. It felt ancient and profound. My mental energy drained instantly, making my head swim. Your first time on stage. Let's see what you can do. I slowly raised my hand. The ape's hair stood on end. It felt a chill shiver through its brain, like an invisible threat was looming. Is this Ant's doing? The ape lunged forward, trying to finish me quickly. But I had already swung. The spirit blade sliced through. The ape's body, Without any warning, its massive frame collapsed. The wind cleared the dust away. Its body was still alive, but its spirit was shattered, one-shotted. I sheathed my blade. The ape's lingering aura kept other mutants away. The fight ended quickly. Seeing this, the gunships in the distance slowly turned and flew back. The command center was dead silent. Everyone stared at the screen, not understanding what happened. Yang Zhao thought for a moment. It must be a mental trauma skill. Such skills are extremely rare. But what truly shocked him was my raw combat power, bridging an 18-level gap to beat the ape without a scratch. And it wasn't even a temporary buff. It seemed like his base power. That's the scariest part. Those who can skip a whole tier to defeat monsters usually rely on ultimate moves, not a constant state. The two might look similar, but they're worlds apart. If he can maintain this power across 2 whole tiers on the front lines, he'd be a nightmare for the aliens. At that thought, Yan Zhao's heart raced. With pure excitement, he hurried out of the room. Into a small, secluded office, he locked the door and activated wards. He carefully pulled out a radio. Brother Zhang at the base. I found a total freak of nature. He's way too strong. I'm currently injured, and I might not be able to protect him.
He waited about half an hour.
A voice came back. Explain. Exactly how strong? Yan Zhao thought it over. At the same level.
He'd wipe the floor with both of us.
Silence followed. Then we're in trouble. The whole human race might not save him. He'll be targeted for assassination. Yang Zhao felt helpless. He could crush me easily. But maybe not you, Brother Zhang. Hearing that, the reply came quickly. Understood. I'll talk to the other thrones. Meanwhile, Luo Zhuan looked at the ape's corpse, shouting in excitement. No way! Hey, Ming can take on a level 34 beast. Lin is really powerful. I just smile in silence. I focus my mind, then summon the 40-meter Black Ming. I tell him to swallow both mutant beast corpses. My evolution points quickly go up by 0.2. Still over 1,200 to go. I think for a moment, then take out a few life crystals I mined from the mutant beasts before, and throw them all into the dark flames. Each life crystal gives me at least 1 point. My eyes light up. If that's the case, I finally have a fast way to boost my evolution points. Then I keep going deeper with the other 2. Half an hour later, a tiger over 30 meters long leaps out showing its long fangs. But before it attacks, Black Ming glares with his vertical pupils. The tiger freezes in fear. A moment later, the ground blows apart. Black Ming appears right in front of the giant tiger. His claws slash out hard, with a terrifying strike. The tiger is knocked flying. The huge recoil sends the tiger crashing into several huge trees. 4 deep wounds appear on its face, gushing blood everywhere. Before it can recover from the pain, Black Ming is already in front of it again, blocking its escape. That thought fills the tiger's mind instantly. But in terms of speed, it can't keep up with Black Ming at all. In just a few seconds, the tiger is swallowed by black flames. Even the command center is freaked out by this brutal scene. Those massive tree-like eyes chill them to the bone. Even through the screen, they feel like they could die any second. Yan Zhao gives a bitter smile. He senses the newcomers overtaking the old. The 3 of us and the beast keep moving through the mountains. An hour later, here, it's all level 30+ mutant beasts. But with Black Ming's presence, none of them dare come close. Just then, a giant crocodile covered in blood-red scales, over 100 meters long, suddenly opens its bloody eyes. A monstrous savage aura bursts out, warning the intruders. Black Ming instantly bares his fangs. An overwhelming violent energy erupts out. His presence is scarier than the giant crocs. The next second, his body expands fast, growing to nearly 300 meters long. Crushed by this pressure, the croc charges in fury. Every step makes the ground shake. Black Ming's body bursts into black flame, claws outstretched, black light glowing. At the same time, a circle of golden light rises from his skin and fur, showing his unbreakable will. The croc opens its huge mouth, rows of sharp teeth gleaming. But biting the golden light, it just can't close its jaws. Black Ming just stares coldly at him. Then he smashes down with his claws again. Blood-red scales are ripped to pieces in an instant. Flesh and skin are torn up. Meanwhile, the croc lets out a fierce roar, swings its heavy tail, bloodlight swirling around it. The force is insane. The fierce wind whips towards Black Ming. 4 deep grooves are cut into the ground. Black Ming barely manages to block it. The croc charges in again, lunges up and bites Black Ming, dragging him into the lake behind them. Water explodes everywhere. Under the lake, the 2 giant beasts battle wildly, churning the water into a muddy mess. Black Ming's dark flames don't fade at all. Instead, the water around him keeps heating up. Even with the home ground advantage, the croc is still totally suppressed. He uses his bloodlight power, wild spinning, but still can't do any damage. Just a few minutes later, the huge lake's water level dropped significantly. Suddenly, the surface exploded. A massive black volve burst out of the lake. Its nearly 300-meter-long body was overwhelming. Plus, the fierce aura around it made everyone shiver with fear, even though He Ming wouldn't attack them. Luo Zhuan and Luo Ning couldn't help but feel terrified. Even the command center watching the screen felt the same. As for the giant crocodile, it had been completely devoured, not even a trace left. Just then, my wrist assist Giselle AI spoke up. All tasks are completed. You can submit at the military base Handan Point. When the 3 of us got back to the Hengduan base, it was already 1 a.m. I walked straight to the Handan Point and found a female soldier to submit the mission. She asked in disbelief, "Did you really finish it?" I nodded, pulled up Zhao AI's recording for proof. After a while, she finally processed it all. Total is 200 contribution points. You worked as a team. How do you want to split it? I split the points between them per her suggestion and transferred the shares to both. I looked at Luo Zhuan and Luo Ning. They're not really helpful with me right now, and they can't train themselves properly. Looks like it's time to find them better teammates. Soon after I left, a message appeared on the district's big screen. Lark Academy. Freshman. Level 16 Summoner. 100 contribution points. Ranked 1245th. Not just a Hengduan base. Other bases packed with academy students also displayed this headline at the same time. Right then, lots of students in the district were shocked. Who is this guy? Just got 100 points in one go. Must have finished at least 2 third-tier missions in one shot. I'm a freshman too. I've only got single-digit contribution points. Who isn't like that? I only dare to take first-tier missions. These mutant beasts are too brutal. Even with my higher level, I'm struggling. Most sophomores and juniors now only have a few dozen points at best. Even less freshmen have made it to double digits. Everyone's shocked because he's only level 16, a freshman, but crossed 2 continents, and took down 2 mutant beasts above level 30. At Longshang Base, Feng Yi was discussing how to kill the level 60 beast outside. Suddenly saw the ranking board update and froze for a second. No way. Hearing Feng Yi's outburst, a few teachers glanced over. Old Feng, you know this student? A freshman. Over 100 contribution on the first day. That's kind of crazy. Feng Yi nodded. Sod, the one I told you we tried to recruit. It's him. Jifei offered too much at the time. Otherwise, he might have been a student at our Northern Dragon instead.
Hearing this,
The teachers suddenly understood. So it's Dong Tianzhuang. But soon, someone shook his head and said, probably some strong upperclassman carried him. No way he did all that alone. No way he'd score over 100 himself. Contribution is nice, but that's not the right way to go. This cleanup operation isn't just to prevent a beast riot. It's also to build real skills. Yeah, times are tough. Skills should come first. Chasing ranks on purpose won't help. The teachers kept shaking their heads. Feng Yi sighed deeply. He actually expected a lot. But now, he's a bit disappointed. Then he looked over at the guy in black nearby, and with a smile said, Zhao Yongsu, you finished the mission?
hearing this,
Zhao Yongsu walked over. Yes, Professor Feng. I killed 2 level 27 mutant beasts. I could have come back earlier, but I ran into a level 33 armored lizard on the way. It took a lot of effort to kill it. Zhao Yongsu kept his voice calm, like it was nothing special. Feng Yi twitched a bit, honestly impressed. You could take down a level 33 at 17? Mutant beasts, your class is just full of geniuses. Zhao Yangsu grinned, his face super confident. Don't worry, Professor. Yeah, this is a top student. But as long as I'm around, no one can beat me. I'll crush every rival and take the throne for the human race. Zhao Yangsu glanced around and saw all the teachers covering their faces in silence. Then he noticed the name on the big screen. His face froze. Totally couldn't believe it. No way. Absolutely no way. How can anyone be stronger than me? 100 contribution points. Even if I count that armored lizard I got, I'd still have less. Seeing Zhao Yangsu's shaken look, Feng Yi sighed helplessly and said, we talked about it earlier. It's probably because an upperclassman helped. Don't worry about it. Zhao Yangsu finally relaxed. But the joy of finishing his mission was gone. He said a quick bye to Feng Yi, and then resolutely headed for the dark mountains. Meanwhile, I got back to the dorm, had BBQ with my roommates, and left Luo Zhuan and Luo Ning with their team. 9 a.m. the next day. I went to the district, picked 2 hard missions meant for 4th tier strength. After I entered the mountains, a female officer immediately shouted to Yang Zhao. He just accepted a difficult mission for 4th tier strength.
Hearing this,
Yang Zhao gasped hard. Jumping across 2 tiers wasn't enough for him. Now he wants to challenge 3 tiers above. 4th tier means beasts above level 40. That's a real threshold. Even with attack helicopters blasting away, they can't even scratch a level 40 beast. Notify the Lark Academy instructors. Tell them to go. Follow him. I'm worried about Chunlin. Yes, the officer quickly got to work. Soon the info was sent by smart wristband to 3 Lark instructors at Hengduan base. Once they got the message, they discussed briefly and sent Zhang Guyu. If Chunlin hits SOS, he'll get back up right away. Meanwhile, in the jungle of giant trees and vines, a black giant wolf rushed at high speed.
it reached the target in about an hour.
A huge level 44 three-headed snake was hissing warnings. I quietly reached out my hand. A mysterious crystal sword over a meter long appeared. I slowly raised it and slashed down. The three-headed snake's eyes narrowed, sensing death in the air. The next moment, the left head suddenly let out a shrill scream. He suddenly collapsed on the rocks, drained. The other 2 snake heads quickly nudged him. When they found he wasn't responding, they became instantly terrified. I then ordered Black Ming to attack him. After getting the order, Black Ming let out a fierce roar. His massive body exploded in size. He grew to nearly 300 meters long. Black flames erupted all over his body. The terrifying power was overwhelming. The three-headed snake opened its jaws wide. It spewed out deadly purple venom. Black Ming took it head-on. He bared his fangs and bit the middle tongue, dragging it down to the ground. They rolled violently. Another head saw its companion being savagely bitten, and roared, driving its fangs deep and crushing hard. Golden light sank into Black Ming's flesh. The poison instantly spread, flooding his organs through his blood. Thanks to his toxin-resistant physique, Black Ming managed to withstand the poisonous attack. Black light shimmered on his claws. He swatted this head aside, clamping down on its tongue. Right then, I drew my heavenly sword. My figure vanished instantly. Suddenly, I appeared in front of the three-headed snake. I stabbed a heavenly sword deep into its eye. The snake screamed horribly in agony. Meanwhile, Black Ming's claw, blazing with fire, struck swiftly. He slammed the snake hard into the ground. But its thick, 30-meter-long tail whipped up, blasting fiercely with the wind. It quickly lifted its blade to block me, like a missile crashing into the earth. Seeing this, Black Ming went berserk. His claws glowed black, blasting the air with ferocious force. He tore away the tough hide. Now it was as fragile as paper. He ripped out a jagged wound meters deep. Then Black Ming whipped around and then bit the other snake head's neck tightly. He tore away with wild force, almost trying to break it off. The 200-meter-long beasts wrestled fiercely. Chunks of earth exploded everywhere. Giant trees collapsed. I stood up from the clouds of dust, totally unharmed. Silver Butterfly's defenses are as reliable as ever, watching the 2 beasts fight more furiously. I sat down on a rock nearby. All that's left is for Black Ming to wear it down. Then, not far away, a tall woman in white armor was quietly approaching, but I quickly grabbed my war blade. Silver light flashed and slashed instantly, but soon I looked surprised. Instructor Jiang Wuyu nodded at me, a bit shocked, feeling the heaviness of my war blade. Even for someone like him, at level 59, he had to use some effort to block it. Teacher, why are you here? Faced with my question, Jiang Wuyu stayed calm and withdrew his slightly trembling fingers.
He answered, just passing by.
I heard it was loud over here, so I came to check it out. Just then, a 30-meter snakehead suddenly smashed down from the sky. With a loud boom, dust billowed across the ground. A furious roar echoed for kilometers. Black Ming stood tall atop the three-headed snake's corpse. His black flames hungrily devoured it, turning it into energy and purification points. That massive body, over 300 meters long, looks just like a real apocalyptic beast. Jiang Wuyu was clearly stunned by what he saw. Even from so far away, that overwhelming presence felt like it could swallow all life, made him tingle with fear. Elsewhere, the command center suddenly erupted. He broke through 3 major tiers. A whole 28-level difference. He actually pulled it off. My god, how is his power so insane? I think he's even stronger than that monster with 3S-level awakened talent. Even Yang Zhao was excited. Countless black flames licked through the air and merged into Black Ming's body. He shrank rapidly in size, came to my side, and lay down to rest. Then Jiang Wuyu gave a quick word of concern and left. Opened. After checking the map for our route, I got on Black Mist and continued out. We devoured the 3-headed serpent and its life crystal. Black Mist instantly grew another meter bigger, and its evolution value shot up by 10. At this rate, maybe in just 4 or 5 days, Black Mist could evolve again. With this next evolution, Black Mist's life form could reach high-tier summons. Its innate abilities would be fully upgraded too. That power will be way scarier by then. Just then, a huge noise sounded in the distance, with roars and snarls. A wild bull charged right at us, its body covered in thick, tough, dark yellow scales. Both horns stretched over 30 meters. The ground cracked under its massive hooves. Second mission target, level 15. Antlered wild bull. I didn't hesitate. Immediately cast Enhance. Black Mist let out a furious roar. Its body swelled up fast. Black flames exploded out. Golden light flared up at the same time. In just an instant, all power unleashed. And right then, that antlered bull's sharp horns slammed straight into Black Mist. It raised its forelimbs and blocked with both claws. The force was terrifying. Black Mist got shoved back like crazy. Deep marks were gouged into the ground behind. In a blink, the 2 huge beasts covered thousands of meters fighting. A drone in the air hurried to keep up. At command, Li Yangshao quickly gave an order. Have the students nearby get away immediately. Chun Lin's summon battles won't care about them. The female officer quickly acted on the order. Black Mist reached out with both claws, now wrapped in black light, and suddenly struck hard, flipped the raging bull right over. That giant body slammed to the ground. Dust billowed everywhere. Just then, a team of 2 guys and 3 girls ran out fast. A few hundred meters out, they looked back at this scene, a bit shocked. So that's why command told us to get out. Good thing we left quick enough. Otherwise, if we'd gotten caught up in that, we'd be dead. Wait, one is actually level 45. Why is the other one just level 16? No way, you're telling me that's a level 16? All 5 stared in disbelief. A female instructor nearby noticed the chaos. She started getting over there right away. But Jiang Wuyu quietly appeared, blocked her path. Leave it, that's a skylark. Freshman students summon. When she heard this, the instructor froze and stared, stunned. A freshman? You can't be serious. Seeing her reaction, Jiang Wuyu barely smiled and said calmly, he really is a top student this year. The instructor was still in shock. Top student? He's a freak of nature. A freshman with 4 evolutions. I've never even heard of power like that. Is this what makes Daxia's top university so good? The female instructor looked conflicted. He's your student? Jiang Wuyu stiffened, cleared his throat, sort of. He and Ji Fei have known each other since childhood. His student counts as mine too. That's fair enough. Hearing that, the instructor's eyes flashed with a little envy. Half an hour later, Black Mist finally devoured the raging bull. With a fierce look all around, when it didn't find its master, it immediately turned and came back. Soon it spotted us. I was being chased by a frog over 50 meters long. Getting attacked made me instantly furious. I dashed over in a blur, smashed it with a terrifying palm, instantly killed the level 36 mutant beast. Seeing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. Healed up. After half an hour rest, me and Black Mist headed out again, hunting for any mutant beasts above level 40. 2 missions completed. I didn't go back to hand in at the checkpoint. That round trip would have wasted too much time. Less contribution points is fine. Right now the urgent thing is to get Black Mist to evolve. Then I can reach level 20 and unlock the rebirth dungeon. Ever since I learned the humans aren't doing so well, I've had this constant sense of urgency. In the midnight, my roar echoed in the mountains. Black Mist radiated terrifying energy, stepping over 2 level 42 mutant beasts. Jet black flames were swallowing, consuming their bodies, constantly absorbing and merging into Black Mist. I was panting hard. My mental strength was completely spent. I couldn't even maintain heal. My mind was totally worn out. My stamina was nearly gone too, whole body numb and aching. I just tanked another mutant beast bare-handed for Black Mist, held it off for a few minutes. Almost lost it, but it was worth the harvest. All day long, we killed 15 mutant beasts above level 40. Black Mist grew to 58 meters long. All stats went up by 58. Everything broke 300. If we fought the antlered bull again now, we could handle it in 10 minutes. And these 2 level 42 mutant beasts by our side are just easy pickings now. Evolution value rose by another 195. Only 1,020 points to full. When I got back to the Hengduan base, everyone let out a sigh of relief. The female officer swallowed and couldn't help blurting out, "That's insane. He killed 15 mutant beasts above level 40 in a day." If he turned that into contribution points, that's got to be 2,000 plus. When they heard that, everyone was impressed. Now, our Hengduan base's top scoring student, that's right, is also Qing Kong, a senior at Skylark University, the valedictorian from 3 winters ago. What about the other bases? Yang Zhao asked. The female officer typed quickly and soon responded. Beilong and other schools at Luoxiang base. Top students have 1,000 points. Next is Yunshan University in the south with 890, and Kingshan University to the west, 850. This mutant beast cleanup event. Over 100 universities joined in, spread across a dozen military bases, starting with the largest area, where mutant beast numbers were the biggest, sweeping outward in order after. It'll last a few months or even longer, until the mutant beasts aren't a threat to the cities anymore. Why is there such a big gap? It's not just the students in first. Difference is huge. Overall cleanup progress. Luoxiang base is leading by far. Yan Zhao frowned. The female officer explained. Beilong University always ranks top every year. Most people sign up for them. And this year it's the big genius tournament. There's a flood of talent. The competition there is intense. Everyone's giving it their all. No one wants to get left behind. But that's a good thing. The faster they clean up, the sooner they can help bases that are falling behind. Besides our 5 bases, which are run by top universities, the other 13 bases aren't doing well. There's been pretty much no decrease in mutated beasts above level 20. Yang Zhao nodded. So we need to hurry up and help the other bases as much as we can. I got to the block at 2:30. The streets were still brightly lit. A bunch of trainees hauled mutated beasts back with armored trucks and started grilling them outdoors. After finishing the mission, my ranking shot up like a rocket, from 1,245th to 10th place. I didn't really care. I turned and headed back to the dorm. As soon as I opened the door, Maple rushed over right away, looking at me like I was some kind of monster.
Honestly,
Chun Lin isn't even in that group of skinned humans anymore. The gap in combat power is insane. I just smiled and stayed quiet, sat down on the chair. The joint school forum is blowing up right now. Maple sat down beside me. Everyone's shocked. They all think an older student helped you. They're seriously condemning it. If you finished the 3rd tier mission before and got 100 contribution points, People were still willing to believe you a bit, but now almost everyone's doubting it. They think it's just too fake. Senior Ching Kong is in trouble now. He's their main suspect. A lot of people are blaming him. Curious, I asked why. Meanwhile, my smart wrist device got a friend request. It was from the same senior people thought helped me farm points. Ching Kong. I clicked accept right away. And as soon as I did, Ching Kong sent one message. Tomorrow, the level 52 Flum Dragon. Interested? Looking at Ching Kong's message, I replied back, I just need the life crystal and flame. Dragon's corpse. You keep the contribution points. Deal. After settling time and place. The next day, I walked outside the base gate. Ching Kong waved at me. The girl next to him lit up and greeted me, hey, I'm the Kexi. The other guy is Wang Yao. I nodded at them. Then, all four of us got into the armored truck and headed deeper into the mountains. On the way, Ching Kong explained, Dragongxi has a bit of king-level blood in it. Not sure about its abilities, so we need to be extra careful. Me and Wang Yao will attack. Kexi will support from afar and heal. Chunlin, how strong is your summon's combat power? I calmly said it can tank the flame Dragongxi, no problem. Hearing that, the other three's eyes lit up. They thought they picked the right guy. Actually, if my strength was only about level 40 mutated beast, I'd be basically useless in this fight. But seeing my confidence, they were all relieved. After the armored truck drove 200 kilometers, we got out. Ching Kong stopped.
He turned and said, this is where the giant rock Dragongxi lives.
I'll go lure it over. Get ready to defend, everyone. Hearing that, I calmly said, no need, I moved my mind. And a 58-meter-tall black Volf appeared. Its brutal presence swept across the area instantly. Its fierce roar echoed for miles. Loads of mutated beasts bolted in panic. The three were shocked. With the roar, inside the rocky cave, a pair of huge lantern-like yellow eyes snapped open. Suddenly, a terrifying aura exploded. With a dominating roar that split the air, the giant rock Dragongxi stepped out. Every step shook the ground. Seeing its massive body over 500 meters tall, his whole body is covered in rock-like scales. The aura around him is absolutely terrifying. Ching Kong and the others looked tense. Guess we still underestimated him. Still, I kept a calm face. Mind communication. Haiming instantly grows into a giant beast almost 500 meters long. Jet black flames explode out. Golden light appears. The pressure just got even scarier. This scene shocks all three of them. Far ahead, Ru Yanlongxi's tree-like eyes flash with disdain. He can sense it. This beast in front of him has a lower life level than him. Only those dark flames make him feel a hint of danger. Right then, Haiming suddenly looks provocative. Ru Yanlongxi goes into a rage. He slams his forelimbs down. The ground shatters apart. Massive sharp stone pillars shoot toward Haiming. Haiming stands his ground. He stands tall in front of the four. Takes it head-on with his diamond-hard body. His claws glow with black light. In an instant, he smashes the stone pillars apart. By now, Ru Yanlongxi is roaring as he charges in. His 100-meter thick palm crushes the air. He slams it down hard. Haiming dodges to the side at once. Then he throws a strike back. But it just scrapes a layer of scales. Ru Yanlongxi then turns and swats at Haiming again. This time, he uses his innate power. A bright yellow glows brilliantly. The force suddenly turns massive. It crashes down like a mountain. It's so heavy it makes the air explode. Haiming's golden light shield shatters in no time. He's knocked back dozens of meters before stopping. The fight breaks out in an instant. Ching Kong rushes in, quickly buffs the team. But all single-target buffs go to Chunlin. He totally gets how summons work. Ru Yanlongxi is way stronger than expected. This level 50 mutated beast with king bloodline is not something they can beat across ranks. Even if they were the same level, the fight would be super tough. Still, he's blown away. This summon can stand against a level 52 mutant at just level 16. That's a full 36 levels apart. That's insane. The Kexan reacts right away. A shining golden glow lights up on her. 5-pointed star patterns appear under the three and Haiming. A steady flow of power surges in. Then all the buffs are stacked on Haiming. His stats jump up immediately. The Kexi is shocked. If these buffs hit Ching Kong, they'd at least double his power. But on the summon, it's a lot less. That's wild. The Kexi keeps going. Her mind moves. She uses her innate talent, Goddess of Judgment's protection. After a quick channel, the goddess holding swords appears above the giant black Volf. She slowly appears above Haiming. Her closed eyes open. In that instant, a killing aura explodes, threatening everything. I quietly add a strength buff too. With all these buffs combined, Haiming's stats break 2000. The flames get even hotter with more magic power, even across 100 meters. The three still feel that insane heat. This change puts enormous pressure on Ru Yanlongxi. He suddenly glares at Qingkong. His pupils narrow angrily. Qingkong tenses up, draws his sword, and goes all out with his talents. The ground beneath him blows apart. He moves like he's teleporting, showing up right above Ru Yanlongxi. In a blink, he swings a dozen times, but it's like chopping at solid rock. He can't break through. To Ru Yanlongxi, it's not even a scratch. Qingkong decides not to risk it. He immediately pulls back. But as he's jumping off Longxi's head, Ru Yanlongxi suddenly roars to the sky. Yellow energy blasts out, spreads 100 meters around, forming a domain. Intense gravity presses down on Qingkong. He is slammed to the ground right away.
He struggles just to stand up.
A massive palm with a huge shadow comes down. The Kexi panics. She uses every defensive spell she has, but the barriers are weak as paper. They break instantly, can't last a second. Everything shatters, and Qingkong feels hopeless. He tries to escape even if he's tearing his flesh. Right as the giant palm is about to crush him, a dark shadow rushes in. The impact knocks Ru Yanlongxi flying. The gust is like a mountain crashing down, staring at the huge black Volf standing in front of him. Qingkong's eyes fill with gratitude. He quickly gets away from the crater and returns to the group. Qingkong forces a bitter smile. I didn't expect Ru Yanlongxi to have a second talent. He may be even stronger than a level 55 mutant. We're basically useless now. Before, you guys worried I'd be the weak link, but now it's totally reversed. If it weren't for Haiming, I'd be dead for sure. Just then, the yellow domain expands again. The crazy gravity starts crushing Haiming. Qingkong worries, can he really win? The Kexi grits her teeth. Sweat runs down her cheeks. She keeps healing and buffing Haiming. If it doesn't work, let's just retreat together. Let's give up on this quest. I stay calm and tell you to fall back. Haiming's about to go all out. The three are shocked. So he wasn't fighting at full power yet. But they're only stunned for a second. Then immediately turn and run. Half a minute later, they look back from a kilometer away. A terrifying roar shakes the world. Jet black fire explodes wildly, spreads out for a kilometer. The raging aura hits its peak. For miles, it's like the world is ending. A fierce 700-meter tall shadow slowly forms, with an energy that could devour everything. The three go pale. Fear grips their hearts. The Kexi's legs go weak, she can't even stand. He can feel it. The goddess protecting Haiming was ripped apart by this power. To him, this hit as hard as losing a faith god. Just slapped to death. At the same time, Ru Yanlongxi is full of fear.
He's trapped inside the dark flames.
His scales start melting layer by layer. Everything is turning to liquid. The yellow energy leaves his body and gets swallowed right away. His domain is fully suppressed. Seeing Haiming show that mocking look again, he explodes with rage. Charges and roaring. The huge palm swings open. Dark flames with yellow light slam down. Haiming stands firm. The enormous shadow lifts up. Fierce flames ignite. Claws charged with power tear out like lightning. They crash into each other. Black and yellow shockwaves blast out. The boom echoes everywhere. Suddenly, Ru Yanlongxi feels sharp pain in his hand. His tough scales are torn through by the fiery claws. The insane heat is eating away at his life. Now he's finally panicked. He throws his whole power into it and whirls around in a rush. 100-meter-long tail swept by with a roar. Haiming lightly leaped, dodged the attack. He quickly faced the giant rock dragonxi. Claws slashed down. The giant rock dragonxi howled in pain. He used to rely on his powerful defense. Almost never got hurt. Now he's close to being badly injured. His defense and strength are strong, but he's slow and clumsy. On the other hand, Haiming uses extra reach from his savage shadow form to start kiting directly. The dragon can only stomp in place. Powerless rage. After half an hour wears him down. The giant rock dragon sea can barely stand. Its life is almost gone. Its eyes are full of fear. Haiming remains calm. His vertical pupils show only greed. Black flames boil up. Claws lash out. Deals the final blow. The giant flame dragon breathes a bitter roar. Its huge body crashes to the ground. In an instant, it's devoured by black flames. Right then, a drone quickly flies over. People at the command post see the apocalypse below. They're all shocked. Yang Zhao locks eyes on the standing black Volf. There's no sign of the giant rock dragon sea. He instantly gets it. He takes a cold breath, amazed by how many surprises this guy brings. First time crossing 2 major evolutions. That's already the human limit. Now he crosses 3 more. Took out 3 corrupt serpents. Now a level 16 took down a level 52 King-grade mutant beast. 4 full major evolutions apart. Yan Zhao is totally sure. The target of those aliens is... Chunlin sneers. Says it's time to set up properly. This net to catch the big fish. Needs to be tough. Tomorrow, upload the video of Chunlin slaying the 3 corrupt serpents to the Academy's shared forum. Let everyone know that Daxia is unleashed. Everyone excitedly replies, Ching Kong. The 3 return to where they started. The Kexi looks full of respect. Chunlin, you're amazing. Your summoned beast is insane. Wang Yao and Ching Kong both nod. Ching Kong says, other academies think I led you. But honestly, you led me. This time, Wang Yao and I barely helped. You and Kexi split the contribution points. I shake my head, let's stick to the original plan. I still want to hunt more level 50 mutant beasts. Can you guys help me out? After Haiming devours the giant rock dragon sea and its life crystal, he gains 150 evolution points instantly. That's 10 times more than a level 40 mutant beast. Kill 10 more. And he might evolve again. Ching Kong's eyes light up. She happily agrees. The Kexi's support is key.
Next.
The 3 start clearing level 50 to 54 mutant beasts nearby. All the way into the night. Once I see Haiming fully evolved, I call the other 2 to head back to command. Everyone's impressed.
They
took down 11 level 50 plus mutant beasts in 1 day. Even faster than the instructors. A female officer nearby says the whole 100-link mountain range. There are only over 1,000 mutant beasts above level 50. At this rate, they'll finish clearing it in just over a month. Yang Zhao nods, satisfied. These level 50 mutants are a lingering threat. Once they're gone, smarter giant beasts won't attack easily. Back at the dormitory, I pick up a custom device and use my contribution points to apply for 10 level 2 life crystals. Contribution points are worth more than credits. They're the frontline currency system. You can only earn them by helping humanity, or clearing mutant beasts is a given. The life crystals arrived quick. I opened the safe, grabbed all 10 thumb-sized crystals. The crystals burst instantly. Their shards flooded into my body. My level shot up to 20. I saw the prompt for a second-class transfer. I clicked it without hesitation. A flash of white light hit. When my vision cleared, I was on a plane. A transparent box appeared before me. Coordinates 00996. This world is invaded by the evil fallen race. They enslave everything. Grow and multiply. Mission: kill the evil fallen. Number 1. Time limit 24 hours. Can't return to Blue Star by yourself. I frowned slightly. The evil fallen are one of the races attacking humans. They still have energy to invade other worlds. My expression grew serious. After a while, I reached the edge of a cliff. There was a huge plantation nearby, surrounded by tall, gray-skinned monsters over 2 meters high. They stood upright, horns on their heads. Their eyes were bloodshot. They forced numb-faced humans to bleed, feeding tiny black trees with blood-red flesh on them. Seeing this scene, I was insanely angry. Under flickering light, my armor wrapped my body. The ground exploded immediately. I jumped down the 100-meter cliff. Right as 2 evil fallen were talking, a huge noise came from behind. They turned, puzzled, through the billowing dust. A silver blur shot out quickly. In a blink, I was right in front of them. With my armored fist, I hit hard with a white shockwave, right on one monster's face. With a crack of nasal bone breaking, he flew dozens of meters like a cannonball. slammed into the muddy ground. His brain shook. If his body wasn't tough enough, his head would have exploded. The other evil fallen's face changed. He gathered black energy in his hand, formed a spear and thrust it at me. I didn't dodge or flinch, grabbed the spear tip and smashed it apart. The monster spun in terror, called to his kind. But I'm faster. I drew my war blade and slashed down. He split in two. Gray blood splattered on my armor. All the monsters finally realized. Angry, terrifying eyes stared at me. I wasn't scared at all. My war blade slowly morphed into a mighty 3-meter-long war lance. Its heavy swings roared through the air, making the air boom loudly. I blurred into a shadow and appeared 3 meters in front of Metal Iron. Metal Iron lifted his shield to block, but I knocked him back in an instant, smashed him into the cliff wall. He broke free, stared at me solemnly. I outmatched him in power and speed. He's a triple ring evil fallen. But there are 80 monsters in this plantation. Metal Iron gave a cruel smile. Let's all tear him apart. Feed the blood fruit. All the evil fallen roared. Black energy surged everywhere. The air was thick with nasty vibes. I felt nothing. My body burst forward, charged with my war lance, smashed through the air, sweeping wide. 2 nearby monsters' heads exploded from my spear. Spears pierced from all sides, hit my armor but couldn't get through. While the monsters were stunned, my war lance raced through the air, instantly slaying a bunch. I was like a human beast, powered by 220 strength points, gripping a 13-ton war lance, cutting through the battlefield. Broken monsters littered the ground. Metal Iron started to panic. He shaped black energy into chains, wrapped me up. Help! Lock him down now! He barely finished speaking. Metal Iron felt a huge force pulling the chain. His body lost control, rushed forward. A terrifying war lance smashed down from above.
His face changed drastically.
He frantically activated his talents. The surface of his skin cracked open. Hard black armor grew out. But he still got sliced in two by the war lance. Seeing his brother killed brutally, Jinta was furious. He turned and ran toward the royal city. I immediately changed my lance into a gun, aimed at Jinta. My arm muscles tightened. I shot with all my strength. The war gun pierced straight ahead. His head exploded instantly. The rest went wild. He has no weapon now. Attack, before he gets ready. I punched and blew apart the monster charging me. Started a close fight. Each punch carried a white shockwave. Not long after, I smashed all 80 monsters. Just as I was about to pick up my war gun, a giant eye appeared in the sky, made from gray runes. I looked up at that monster eye. Looks like I've been spotted. I took a deep breath, focused my mind. Summoned black nether. Over 100 meters long, wrapped in fierce power. A bunch of evil fallen were rushing over. To be safe, I instantly clicked to evolve. As soon as I clicked, black nether's core power shook. Evolution energy swept through its body. Then black light beams shot through the clouds, crushed the gray eye instantly. The whole sky seemed to tremble. Black nether roared to the heavens. Its terrifying brutal strength echoed for several kilometers. Congrats! Your summoned black nether learned Spring Surge. Congrats! Your summoned black nether unlocked new skill Death Twin Eyes. All stats increased. I breathed a sigh of relief at 910. Another huge boost overall. Strongest upgrade is Still Fire. Upgraded to Skyfire. Now it can create a domain after merging 3 powers. As for Death Twin Eyes, I haven't used it yet, but an grade talent can't be weak. Suddenly, runes appeared in the sky. A massive gray eye appeared again. Right after that, countless evil fallen charged from the horizon. The front 10 monsters are level 55. This makes the level 20 rebirth dungeon super hard. Humanity's never faced this. I focused my thoughts. The war gun morphed, turned into a war lance. I said coldly, Black Nether, leave none alive. Right as I finished, Black Nether's body grew fast. Instantly became a terrifying beast, 550 meters tall, well over 1,000 meters long. Blazing black flames burst over its body. Its blue tree-like eyes turned into gray twin pupils, filled with deadly vibes that shook every creature. Its fierce roar echoed for dozens of kilometers. With that scary strength, all monsters paused. They felt deep terror, inside and out. That monster, burning with wild flames, made them all feel extreme danger. Even from miles away, the scorching heat hasn't faded. Beneath its kilometer-long body, Haiming slowly moves. It's just a few hundred meters to cross. This single step instantly makes all the five-ring fallen tense up. Suddenly, Haiming explodes with force. The ground within hundreds of meters cracks open at once. Using a burst of speed and fists surge together, he draws in the energy of heaven and earth. He instantly appears among the fallen. His gray double pupils coldly glare at them. Haiming swings his giant claw down. A huge shadow falls. Many fallen are crushed into pulp under the monstrous palm. They're immediately devoured by black flames. Seeing this scene, the leader Lealise shouts, "Forget this beast. Go kill the human." As all the fallen move around from the side, Haiming's gaze turns icy. He instantly slams his front paw down. A roar bursts out. Pitch-black flames explode out for thousands of meters. Everything is swallowed up. Countless fallen inside are instantly terrified. They feel burning pain, and their lives are stripped away in an instant. In just a few seconds, the weaker fallen are reduced to ashes. Lealise is stunned. Damn, what is this power? It can actually burn away my very life force. Life force means lifespan. Once it's gone, it can't be restored, unless you find powerful treasures to make up for it. He quickly orders an attack. If this drags on, even if we win, we won't have much time left to live. 9 five-ring fallen nod. They instantly pull out all kinds of weapons. Each unleashes their strongest moves, but when their attacks hit Haiming, a golden light flares up. It gives off an unshakable feeling. Every attack is completely blocked. Lealise grits his teeth. How is his defense this strong too? Suddenly, a giant palm slaps down. It's like a whole mountain falling on you. With a thunderous boom, black bone wings burst from Lealise's back. He dives away decisively like a sword, but his mind is flooded with terror. A pair of emotionless eyes with deathly wings appear in the darkness. Locked on Lealise, he freezes in place. Under the deathly gaze, the pressure multiplies. Next, the giant palm comes crashing down. Lealise can't move at all. The ground collapses instantly, like an earth dragon rolling over, staring at this disaster-bringing black giant Volf. The remaining 9 fallen see fear in each other's eyes. This beast is terrifying. It's just like a monster. Let's run. The other 8 fallen nod right away. They all erupt black bone wings and fly crazily toward the capital. Haiming devours Lealise under his paw completely, then lifts his gaze again and looks over coldly. He casually freezes. A fallen who instantly appears behind him. His claw glows black, slashing him apart. Seeing that, the last 8 five-ring fallen break out in a cold sweat. They wish they had more wings to escape. Right then, Haiming's gaze erupts with deathly wings that terrify the fallen.
He makes a fallen's surroundings
Turn into a gray zone, instantly wiping out his life. At the same time, I stare blankly at other charging fallen and rush over in an instant. My attacks sweep all around, aiming straight at the fallen. Under a few overwhelming blows, flesh explodes. Silence follows. Soon the area. Ashes and bodies filled the area for hundreds of meters. After finding Haiming, who finished the fight, I rushed quickly in from where the battle started, ready to wipe them all out. This time, Haiming devoured thousands of evil spawns. Haiming's size grew another 5 meters. He needs much more energy to grow now. His evolution value only went up by 100. It's nearly 10 times harder than before he evolved. Right then,
I saw a massive city, hundreds of meters tall, up ahead.
countless evil spawns had already retreated. Only a level 59 evil spawn stayed behind, waiting alone. Leatis's eyes were cold as ice. Behind his 6-meter-tall body, a terrifying pair of black bone wings spread wide. His whole body radiated pressure. Black, corrupted energy swirled around him. Darkness filled the air around him. Looking at this figure, I spoke with a cold voice. Such a disgusting aura. Haiming, you take care of him. I'll go kill the other evil ones. Haiming's body suddenly shot up to a kilometer tall. Jet black flames exploded out. He looked like a giant disaster beast. His fierce power swept in all directions. The plane cracked open for 1,000 meters. Haiming dashed forward in a flash, appearing right in front of the giant city, looking at the black wolf hundreds of times bigger than himself. Leotis's face didn't even twitch. Black claws, sharp as lightning, struck out. Air slammed down like thunder. The moment they hit, the city wall, hard as steel, blew apart instantly. It was as fragile as paper. But as the attack was about to hit Leotis, a black energy barrier blocked it. It couldn't break through. Just a beast. You aren't even king class yet. Don't think killing some ants means you can overthrow everything. Leotis spoke calmly. He flicked his finger. The black barrier exploded instantly. Haiming was blasted back several hundred meters. Right after, black energy surged up. In a blink, it shaped into a giant demon blade over 100 meters long. It gave off a terrifying aura of corruption. Even the grass for a kilometer around turned ashen gray. Around Leotis, waves of dark energy kept rising. His power soared to the max instantly. I'm the Demon King's son. I'm not like those weaklings. Get ready to die. Leotis swung the demon blade down swiftly. The massive slash landed right on Haiming. A golden glow flickered on Haiming's body, but it shattered under the pressure after just a few seconds. Haiming roared, grabbing the demon blade with both paws. With a massive physique attribute of 2,500, he blocked it with his body alone. The ground instantly caved in dozens of meters. Up ahead, the demon blade cut. A huge bottomless crack. With just one hit, Haiming took a serious hit. Leotis said coolly, "Not bad. You survived a strike from me. Now I'm giving you the chance to be my mount. Just don't get in my way when I kill that human. That's all you have to do." Hearing that, Haiming's eyes burned with rage for the first time ever.
He glared fiercely at Leotis.
His furious roar shook the sky and earth. His whole body went pitch black. Flames burst out, instantly expanded for thousands of meters around, swallowing everything up. Raging fire burned everywhere, an incredibly terrifying shape. A fierce shadow over 2,000 meters long slowly formed. This time the shadow was nearly real. Its presence made everything tremble. Feeling that devouring power, Leotis grew more serious. His life force was actually being drained. Haiming glared coldly at Leotis. Didn't need to move. He raised a claw, slammed it down on himself in a flash. The fierce shadow copied him. Perfectly synchronized, Leotis's face changed.
He fueled his corrupted powers to reinforce the barrier.
But it still couldn't stop the shadow's fury. The black firepaw slammed him deep into the ground. Leotis's face twisted in anger. As his life force kept draining, he turned furious. A terrifying power burst out from inside him, but it barely reached 10 meters, then stalled out completely. He froze, stunned by that. Before he could react, the fierce shadow swung its claws again. Leotis crashed through the solid city wall in a flash. The impact blasted him out several hundred meters. Right then, Leotis's body suddenly grew dozens of meters tall. Black lines spread across his skin and back. Massive black bone wings spread out wide. They stretched for over 100 meters. A long black spike formed slowly in his hand. Black energy exploded wildly. Innate fallen demon body. Die for me. Leotis roared in rage. His figure vanished instantly. He crashed in with a boom. Streams of black flames shot out. Sharp black spikes thrust straight through. But Haiming was even faster and sharper. Using the shadow's reach bonus, he slapped him down like a fly, smashed him to the ground, blasted out a giant crater. Leotis struggled up, gritting his teeth. As a born noble among evil spawns, he had never been so humiliated. Bajin, what are you waiting for? Start the fallen heavenlock for me. His shout rang out in the distance. In a flash, a black sky dome fell like a giant bowl. It covered the whole huge city. Thick chains, dozens of meters wide, infused with corrupted energy, shot out from the void. They wrapped tightly around Haiming. Countless black energies spread along the chains, eating at him. It felt like they wanted to corrupt him completely. Seeing Haiming bound up, Leotis burst out laughing wildly, with tens of thousands of evil spawns powering it. Even a sixth ring can't break free from this. When I'm done, I'm really gonna enjoy torturing you. Right then, Haiming roared fiercely. Heavenly flame fusion, gluttony, giant form, and death stare, all three powers at once. The black flames went wild instantly. spreading out for a whole kilometer. A deadly aura filled the entire domain. Right now, inside the Black Inferno, everything alive was marked for death. Even an immortal god could fall here. At the same time, the brutal shadow around Haiming turned fully solid. Huge eyes appeared. Twin gray eyes glowed with deadly intent. One look and everything dies. Inside his domain, he's like the lord of the world. Infernal death domain unleashed. Fused with all three powers. It's insanely dangerous. Right then, Laetus' smile froze, his gaze shifting to terror. Stuck inside the infernal death domain, his life kept burning away in the black flames, and death slowly closed in. Damn it, let's see if you outlast me. Or I managed to corrupt you first. Laetus was totally crazed now. He poured all his corrupted power into the chains, merging his dark power to erode further. Its strength went up another level. Corrupted power swept over Haiming's whole body, trying to infect his body and soul completely. Haiming let out a sky-shaking roar. His unbreakable will slowed the dark power down. From the moment he was born, because of his mutant weakness, he was abandoned by the Wolf Pack in the harsh forest. Hunger and cold almost ended his life. It was his master's call that saved him. From that moment on, Haiming swore to always follow his master. He never fought because of a pact or bond. His whole purpose was to fight for this. Meanwhile, the fierce shadow also roared. Without Haiming's command, the entwined black-gray energy shattered the shackles instantly. A massive claw struck down in a flash, breaking the restraints. Then the vicious shadow slowly looked at Laetus. Its gray eyes were cold and merciless. A terrifying death energy exploded from within. Laetus suddenly felt intense danger. His whole body turned gray in an instant. In just a few seconds, most of his life force was wiped out. He was on the verge of death. Just then, a wave of black energy burst out from within him, crushing the death energy. Laetus looked grim. The protective power his father left him was gone.
He didn't dare stay any longer,
and fled without looking back. Meanwhile, somewhere else, I'd already reached the back of the giant city. On the vast palace square, my battle spear hurled hundreds of meters away, piercing the air, charging at tens of thousands of dark fiends. It instantly cut down a huge swarm. The rest all let out vicious roars, each unleashing their corrupted power. Thick black currents turned into long chains, tying me up. Endless corrupted energy surged toward me along the chains. I felt nothing at all, but in my mind I heard Silver Butterfly crying out. That made my face sink. A heavier look in my eyes, just as I was about to take the hit myself. A furious roar echoed from far away. A massive corpse, dozens of meters long, crashed through countless buildings, smashing right into a horde of fiends. The frightening impact turned them all into pulp. A giant black wolf charged through everything, its kilometer-long body shattering all the structures in the blink of an eye. Its violent power made all the vicious giant toads stare wide-eyed at the enormous corpse. All the fiends in shock. Lord Laetus is actually dead. Fear instantly spread among them. Haiming broke the chains with ease. I finally let out a sigh of relief, then looked at Haiming, still wrapped in death energy. Frowning. He can't use death eyes anymore after this, or the backlash will destroy him. Sensing my concern, Haiming spoke to me telepathically, saying the death energy would fade away on its own. Hearing that, I nodded. I started searching the palace for any corrupted ones. After clearing out the palace fiends and walking to the square, the sky suddenly turned pitch black. Endless corrupted power filled the air, slowly forming into a huge shadow. Eventually, a several hundred-meter phantom made of corruption took full shape.
Its face was blurry,
clad in savage armor. A sickening power exploded out all at once, black energy waves shattering outward in all directions. This time, even with Silver Butterfly shielding me, I could still feel the threat. Just then, a cruel laughter echoed out, and finished forming into this shadow. A fallen angel phantom formed from tens of thousands of corrupt powers.
It has the power of 6 rings.
It even carries a trace of its true self's power. Backham spoke angrily. Kid, you killed our master. We'll use you as a sacrifice. I didn't respond. I took out the Heavenly Authority sword from the ring world, holding it. I cast enhancement and recovery spells on Black Nether ahead of time. With a furious roar, Black Nether instantly turned into a giant form, its 1,000-meter body wrapped in murderous rage. The aura was just as intense as the fallen angel phantom. The refining heaven domain fused 3 talents together. The domain expanded instantly. Explosive black flames erupted, with streaks of golden light, carrying the power to suppress, instantly pushing back the gray domain. Dozens of corrupted ones looked grim. They flew backward immediately, daring not to stay in the black gold domain. How is this possible? His domain is different from before. If you stay inside, not only is your life essence stripped away, your power is also suppressed. At this moment, Black Nether's head didn't gather a fierce phantom.
Instead,
Golden black markings covered its surface, radiating mysterious light, majestic and domineering. Under terrifying suppression power, everything nearby became incredibly heavy. Black gold power exploded out. The aura was like a divine demon suppressing hell. The roar echoed across tens of thousands of meters. With the blessing of refining heaven prison, Black Nether's physical body grew even tougher. Every attack carried suppressive force. Heavy and terrifying, dozens of corrupted eyes grew tense. They instantly poured their corrupted power into the fallen angel phantom. The phantom extended 100 meters longer, becoming even larger. 2 pairs of black bone wings spread out for 1,000 meters. Gray darkness swelled instantly, clashing continuously with the refining heaven domain. Incompatible with each other, shockwaves of gray and black gold rippled, exploding repeatedly, spreading in every direction. This battle is too intense. No one else can interfere. Meanwhile, in a gray palace across countless worlds, on a throne of bones, a humanoid creature clad in fierce gray armor suddenly opened its black eyes with a terrifying aura. Instantly awakened, some corrupted are using my power. He calmed himself, searching the past, quickly followed the connection in the darkness. A sliver of consciousness descended onto the fallen angel phantom. The phantom's eyes instantly shot gray light, no longer a mindless corpse. At this moment, fallen angel's consciousness entered the phantom's body. Eyes turned toward Black Nether. Amazed, this black wolf isn't even half a year old, and already has the power of 6 rings. Such terrifying potential. Right then, with a roar, Black Nether instantly broke through the gray domain, ignoring the invading corruption. Its dominating claws appeared with suppressive power. Black light slashed fiercely. Fallen angel frowned slightly. His figure instantly retreated 1,000 meters, trying to soar upward. But Black Nether wouldn't let go. It moved even faster. Terrifying suppression force made the phantom's body suddenly heavy. Seizing that instant gap, Black Nether leaped high. Both claws tore at once. Under suppressive power, fallen angel's body crashed into the ground, leaving a 1,000-meter pit. Making a thunderous impact, Black Nether rushed forward again, strengthened by the domain of refining heaven, never giving fallen angel any chance to create distance, claws ripping wildly. Meanwhile, 2 pairs of gray eyes burst. Death power crazily eroded him. Even though the phantom isn't alive, the death stare defines its end, treating all equally. Now fallen angels stared intensely, using 4 kinds of innate powers, though a bit of consciousness faded. It doesn't matter, but this black wolf has way too much potential. Must be dealt with. Or soon, humans will gain another throne-level powerhouse, blocking the true corrupt race's invasion. At this point, fallen angels stopped hesitating. All corrupted power blasted out, pushing Black Nether's domain away, then shot straight into the sky. Right after, endless corrupted power surged in from all sides. All corrupted ones panicked, finding their corrupted power out of control, totally drained away, as their bodies withered and died. A massive pitch-black spear over 1,000 meters long gathered and formed. Frightening force made the air boom repeatedly. Black currents rushed in every direction. The scene was horrifying, but it's not over yet. The gray domain around shrank constantly, finally covering the black spear. This is a throne-level transformation. Domain mastery far beyond lesser beings, able to expand and suppress enemies, or compress onto weapons. Power doubled. Fallen angel's gaze was calm, instantly locking onto my spot. Next moment, Black Nether dashed 1,000 meters. Its huge body stood firmly in front of me. Fallen angel sneered, I knew you'd guard your master. Die. But in the next second, his motion paused. The refining heaven domain didn't expand. Instead, it kept shrinking inward. Compressed power roared out. Finally merged with the body. Golden black markings shone brightly. A burst of ultimate suppression power exploded for thousands of meters. The ground instantly caved in tens of meters deep. Countless fragments turned to dust. Fallen Angel was shocked and angry. The 1,000-meter black spear shot straight out, tearing the air. Like a black bolt of lightning. In an instant, it pierced in front of Black Nether. This attack is nearly limitless. Close to 7-ring destruction power. But under Black Nether's suppression power, its speed was halved. Black Nether roared, raised its paw and caught the spear tip. The two terrifying powers clashed explosively. Shockwaves spread for tens of thousands of meters. Now golden black markings flashed wildly. Black Nether's defense and body grew even tougher. Its stance didn't move an inch. The ground below kept breaking apart. Fallen Angel pushed corrupted power full force, making the black fur sharper. But after several minutes of power struggle, cracks appeared at the tip of the black fur and kept spreading. Black Nether roared, unleashing its body and domain to the max. The 1,000-meter spear shattered into countless black fragments. At the same time, the fallen angel phantom exhausted its power, turning into black mist and fading away. At the last moment, fallen angel memorized my appearance deeply. Returned to the gray palace. Fallen angel stood up from the throne, aura deep as the abyss, making all witches tremble. He's only level 20. How is he compressing his domain? Eyes intense. That kind of insight and control is terrifying. Requirements to break through the 10-ring throne. That black valve has already achieved at just level 20. Even more shocking. The Volf's domain isn't just wrapping its body. It's actually merged with its body. That's top tier, above the Throne Heaven King level. Things that can only be done this way. Darkfallen sighs lightly. The monster quickly calms down. He pulls out a gray talisman. Records my info. On the must-kill list of the Fallen True Clan, every talented human with throne potential will be marked, making it easier for Fallen above level 6 rings to eliminate them. After doing all this, he leans back on the throne, closes his eyes and goes silent. At this moment, the land is devastated.
He Ming's massive form stands tall.
Black and gold divine patterns show his dominance. I remove Empower and Restoration. My head feels dizzy. Even with the mental recovery from the Celestial Sword Staff, maintaining buffs still drains me too much. Waited for a long while. Then the dungeon end prompt pops up. The next second, He Ming and I vanish. Time's up. Scoring begins. Total killed. Many level 6 ring fallen shadows. Saved 974 people. Congrats. Perfect score. Class growth stats +5. Empower and Restore skill effects boosted. Summon skill upgraded to Divine Summon. I'm back in my dorm room. Promptly recalled He Ming to keep the dorm from collapsing. Check my panel. Class not advanced yet. Need one more rebirth. Dungeon rated perfect. But skill upgrades are huge. Empower boost went from 20% to 35%. Restoration is now fast healing. But mana cost doubled. Biggest gain is summon upgraded. From now on, summons will have a holy aura. I'm excited about this. I don't rush to summon. Instead, I check Fan Yunchi news on my phone. See reports about hundreds of saved survivors appearing out of nowhere. I breathe a sigh of relief. Reportedly, they're kin from another world. Enslaved by Fallen. Saved by a reborn in silver armor. Teleported to Blue Star. Officially settled by the government. In the pics, their frail bodies have recovered. Guess that was all thanks to Zhou Yuan. Blood and nerves relax. Sleepiness hits. I crash and sleep. Maple and the other two come back worn out at dawn. See me falling asleep. Yank me awake fuming. Turns out, after the military posted my 3-headed serpent kill video, the forum exploded. Everyone learned I did it all on my own. So now people are scrambling to take more missions, forcing them to skip rest too, Cao Yang suddenly says. Students from North Dragon Academy team up and grind quests, way more efficient than others. The 3 spirits fired back up, decide to skip meals. Immediately rally their team to keep questing. I just grin and head to the quest board too. Haven't done quests much all day. My rank dropped from 10th to over 2,000. Think for a moment. I take on the level 59 Dark Gold Ragabear kill quest and a 6 rebirth quest, then leave, leaving a dumbfounded female soldier behind. That 6 rebirth quest requires slaying a sentient behemoth. Not even tutors have done that yet. In the command center, Director Yang looks helpless but hopeful. The drone that follows me keeps tracking. An hour later, riding hay, I made it deep into the mountains. Saw the dark gold berserk bear in the open wilderness. He suddenly opened his dark golden eyes. His massive 600-meter body stood up. The ground shook. A violent aura burst out. He roared, driving us away. I quietly got off my horse and backed away. Left the fight to Haiming. He's way out of my league. I can't get involved at all. Gotta rack up contribution points fast. Trade them for medals for Silver Butterfly's fusion. He pushed me to a safe distance. Haiming turned and glanced back. Gave the dark gold berserk bear a cold look. His body grew rapidly, up to over 1 kilometer long, shoulders 650 meters high. A deadly force surged out. The dark gold berserk bear trembled in fear. The female officer at HQ was shocked. It's only been half a day, and he's grown from just a few hundred meters to over 1 kilometer. Yanzhao was also really stunned. After all, that's an SS-level growth talent, never seen before among humans. As the ground split apart, Haiming's figure charged out in a flash. Dark flames exploded. A wild phantom over 2,000 meters took shape. Flames covered a 6-kilometer area, then shrank back to just over 2,000 meters. To save mana, after fighting the Fallen, his domain and power control got a lot better. The dark gold berserk bear roared. Razor-sharp air wrapped around him. Claws shone with golden light. But facing the wild phantom, his 600-meter size looked tiny. A black fiery claw slammed down. The dark gold berserk bear stubbornly raised his paw to block. Black gold shockwaves blasted out. The ground trembled. All the sharp air currents were swallowed up. The bear took heavy, crushing pressure. Ground caved in beneath his feet. His knees started to buckle. He let out a furious roar. Muscles bulged. He unleashed an even sharper flow. But the wild phantom suddenly changed moves. Haiming seized the chance and rushed up. Black claws tore down, leaving 4 deep, bone-revealing wounds. The dark gold berserk bear screamed in pain. Noticed dark flames creeping into the wounds, devouring his life. His eyes turned savage.
He fought Haiming with all he had.
Blood splattered everywhere, all over the ground. It was the dark gold berserk bear's blood, teaming up with the wild phantom 2-on-1. Haiming wasn't hurt at all. Finally, the dark gold berserk bear roared to the sky.
His power kept surging up.
Then suddenly turned around and bolted deeper into the mountains. Huge trees smashed as he ran. Dust billowed. Haiming paused for just a second, then chased after him. Over 2,500 agility made him insanely fast. He closed the gap in a flash. The dark gold berserk bear looked back in fear, howled for his king to help. Up on a distant peak, a sleeping giant beast slowly opened its eyes. Blue lightning wrapped all over its body. A terrifying roar echoed for over 100,000 meters. With a deafening crash, an enormous bear, covered in blue lightning, stepped out. A level 62 immortal rage bear. The dark gold berserk bear rushed over to him, accused Haiming of invading for no reason. The immortal rage bear heard. Blue lightning burst out instantly, crackling everywhere. Heavy rain started pouring from a clear sky. Lightning struck the thunderclouds again and again, forming a storm's eye. It looked like doomsday. That's the real power of a beast's domain. Heaven and earth shifting, stronger than the phantom. Definitely king-class bloodline. I looked serious, took out my Tianquan staff, cast a buff on Haiming. The immortal rage bear's gaze grew sharp. The ground exploded under his feet.
He charged at Haiming in a flash.
Right then, dark flames full of crushing power erupted from Haiming. Black gold divine wing markings spread all over him. His force covered everything. The immortal rage bear was pushed down. Even his thunder domain got suppressed. Heaven suppressing realm. Only I dominate. Haiming's 1 kilometer form looked like a god. An aura of dread pulsed around him. The immortal rage bear was terrified, stared as claws like black lightning flew at him, roared and raised a paw to strike back. At the moment, black gold clashed with blue power. A tsunami of shockwaves exploded, powerful and overwhelming. The immortal rage bear pushed his domain to the max, but still couldn't shake off the suppression. Heaven suppressing realm is one of Haiming's 3 gifts, a terrifying fused domain. Even Greythrone's king's domains can't compete, he roared, swung another claw crackling with wild lightning. Haiming didn't back down. He clashed with his black glowing claw. The 2 beast giants collided again and again. Wave after wave of shockwaves blew out. The ground broke apart. Plants got wiped out. Lightning from the sky struck Haiming again and again. He just tanked it with sheer defense, giving no chance for a counter. I watched from a distance, silently cast healing spells. The fight was even at first, but suddenly tipped in Haiming's favor. The immortal rage bear bellowed in fury. Bear 2, go kill that human. The dark gold berserk bear charged at me with a fierce look. Haiming flew into a rage instantly. His gray eyes flared. A deadly aura turned the dark gold berserk bear gray. A death field. The bear went down wounded. The immortal rage bear seized that moment. His paw became a blazing pool of lightning and slammed down hard on Haiming's head. Under the crash of that scary power, Haiming's front dropped. Ground shattered under his palm. The immortal rage bear pressed hard, lightning raining down. The dark gold berserk bear finally managed to stand and roared as he charged over. I frowned deeply, ready to make a strategic retreat. Then a loud boom sounded from far away. Through billowing smoke, a woman holding a 4-meter halberd, clad in golden armor, came running. It was Jifei. She was super fast. Her steps cracked the ground everywhere, dragging long, deep grooves. As she neared the dark gold berserk bear, she leaped with her halberd. The blade expanded to over 20 meters, and she struck down hard, breaking through everything. Her blade slashed the dark gold berserk bear's wounded body, leaving him covered in injuries. The dark gold berserk bear glared at her, smashed down with dozens of paw strikes. Jifei burned with fighting spirit. Her halberd grew bigger. She flashed forward, dodged the attack, and slashed across, cutting through the bear's flesh and blood. In just a few minutes, the massive dark gold berserk bear crashed to the ground. He desperately fired off sharp air currents, but Jifei was ready. Her energy surged into a red glow. She swept hard, blasting the currents apart. At last, Jifei jumped up. Her halberd head, now over 30 meters big, smashed down. The dark gold berserk bear's skull caved in. He was dead for good. He let out a breath.
His energy faded.
His battle state returned to normal. He walked toward me with a smile. So, mentor, wasn't that rescue touching? Thinking about his fierce fighting style, the word she-dragon popped into my head. Jifei squinted his eyes. He questioned me with a dangerous look. I quickly shook my head and changed the subject. Mentor Ji, why are you here? It's kind of loud. Came to check it out. That's what the last mentor said too. The corner of his mouth lifted. So do you believe me now? I glanced at the battle record in his hand. I answered sincerely, of course. Seeing I'm all right. Haiming felt relieved.
He shrank the heaven refining array to a kilometer around him.
Its suppressing power grew even stronger. He instantly broke the immortal furious bear's restraint. Both sides fought desperately again. The earth exploded from their blows. Mountains crumbled. It was insanely intense. Just then, lightning within 10,000 meters in the thunderclouds suddenly turned wild. Bolts crashed down like crazy. Endless black thunderclouds churned above Haiming. A giant storm eye about 10 kilometers wide formed. A terrifying, scornful power started building up.
Haiming's gray eyes showed no fear.
He steadily pulled back the heaven-refining domain. As the power compressed, it started roaring again and again. In just a dozen seconds, the domain fully merged into his body. His black gold divine wing markings flashed bright. An insanely powerful force appeared instantly. In the dim, cloudy world, one side raged ferociously. Countless thunderbolts flashed like divine judgment. On the other side stood a giant Volf a kilometer tall. Its whole body shone with black gold markings. Like a god or demon, it raised its head to the sky. Their power split the world in two. The scene was utterly spectacular. At the storm eye, all the thunder elements gathered. As the immortal furious bear roared, it all crashed down at once. The sky and earth darkened for thousands of meters. A world-ending blue lightning beam shot down. Under that massive lightning beam, even the air, everything blew apart. It struck He Ming head-on. The ground for several kilometers was gone. But in the 300-meter deep pit, the Wolf, over 600 meters tall at the shoulder, still stood firm. His black gold markings shone so bright.
He was the only thing glowing in this dark world.
The immortal furious bear stared in shock. He roared, "Impossible! How could this be?" With the suppressing force wrapping around him, He Ming cracked the earth with every step. He walked toward the immortal furious bear. His gray eyes were cold and ruthless. Only bloodlust showed.
He Ming lunged, claws out.
He slashed down with terrifying power. Seeing the immortal furious bear die, the command center erupted in cheers. "We won! That summoned beast is awesome. He's like a god." Under that scornful lightning, the figure that still stood firm, they'd probably never forget it in their lives. Yan Zhao started laughing. As a powerhouse at the peak of the 9th rank, he saw more than most. He grasped a domain. Only a sovereign can do that. But now he just barely formed his own domain. He's still half a step from real control. More importantly, the Black Wolf can already merge domains. That's a signature skill of the Heavenly King. When I got back to the dorm, it was already dawn. Just then, a soldier walked over. He handed me a safe. "Commander Yang wanted me to give this to you," he said. I nodded, went into the dorm, opened the safe. 6 top-grade summoning materials caught my eye. I was kind of surprised. Is this the reward for killing a bunch of mutant beasts? If that's the case, let's just start summoning early. I've been looking forward to summoning something holy. Set out the summoning materials. I reached out my hand, opened it in the void, started my summoning spell. Runes appeared in my palm right away. They connected to the other side, and a powerful golden light burst out instantly. It was a humanoid with long golden hair and wings, full of pure, holy energy. The figure appeared. I glanced at its race. Absolutely stunning. It was an angel. Back at Rift Valley Canyon, Lauren once pulled off a similar thing. He created a phantom with upper angel power. Even that was considered an SS-rated talent. So angels really are insane.
Till now.
No summoner has ever called out such a strong race as an angel. They usually never answer a summon, let alone make a contract with you. But looking at this tiny golden angel who was almost lifeless, even its wings were broken, I fell into deep thought. Wow, can't even summon a strong one. Guess I got a broken one? I laughed and shook my head. Still, if this little angel answered my call, I'm not abandoning her. I walked up, touched her pale forehead with my finger. Suddenly a voice echoed in my mind. Scanning in progress. Loyalty will never betray. Begin lifelink connection? I went ahead and chose yes, with a pain beyond anything I felt. A voice deep in my mind said the lifelink was complete. Congratulations. Your summoned creature has awakened its unique talent. Eternal sun and moon, the little unconscious angel, was lifted up by a deep, vast power. That power became countless threads and poured into her body. Right then, her badly damaged source and life force quickly healed. A while later, her golden lashes fluttered. She opened her eyes, shining with holy light. In her golden left eye, a sun seemed to rise and set. It felt hot and full of authority, while her right eye was cold and chilling, with a lonely moon behind it. Her smooth golden wings flared again. She stretched them a bit. They looked amazing. Both her looks and aura were beyond what any human can even imagine. The little angel fluttered closer, grabbed my shirt with her tiny hand, and softly called me master. Looking at the little angel, I smiled and said, "From now on, we're partners. What's your name?" I didn't just make up a name for her, because angels get their true name the moment they're born. Diana, 10 days. I nodded. I was a bit curious. Diana, why did you agree to make a summoning contract? You look so young, maybe not even a year old. Shouldn't be possible, right? Right now, an angel who usually refuses to be summoned actually answered me. When she heard me, Diana's eyes turned dim. I fell from the holy tree and was corrupted by dark energy. Everyone else disappeared too.
Hearing this,
I got it right away. They were attacked by the enemy. And my summoning, for her back then, was her only lifeline. I patted her golden hair and comforted her. It'll be okay. One day I'll take you home too. Anna lightly rubbed my hand. Master. Then, I thought to myself and checked the stats panel. Summon, Diana. Race, Angel. Level, 20. Skill, Holy Blessing. Gives target 50% of own attribute as a sacred boost. Unleashes power to light up the world. Anyone in range keeps healing. And gets a holy shield, blocking all attacks. Talent, Eternal Sun and Moon. When the great sun rises, nothing can hide. Souls will be burned. When the full moon hangs high, a ring blade appears, gaining the ultimate power. When sun and moon cross, judgment falls, and time stands still. After reading, I was blown away. The key is that sun and moon skill. They're both super strong sun or moon, seriously powerful. When they combine, even time stops. It really touches on time control. Angel race is just insane. Then I put Diana away and got ready to hunt more monsters. Meanwhile, back at HQ, everyone in the command center was staring at the screen. They were all waiting for me to come out. But when they saw nothing around me, they were instantly disappointed. I really want to know what his third summoned creature is. I'm dying of curiosity. It can't be weak, right? People started tossing out guesses. Yang Zhao didn't join in. Doesn't matter what the third one is. With that black Volf, my potential ranking won't drop. Far away in the mountains, a middle-aged man was muttering. After a few awkward lines of some language, the void began to shake violently. Cracks spread everywhere, like a shattered mirror. Soon the space couldn't hold on any longer, and a pair of black demon claws ripped a path open for dozens of meters. On the other side, 100 demon fighters walked through. They were all in the 4th or 5th ring. The stronger ones couldn't cross. The space channel here is super unstable. It could collapse any second. The truly powerful could make a better one. But if they did, it'd break the concealment array, and humans would spot them. This time I'm gonna go wild, feeling all that evil energy move in. The man's face turned a bit pale, but he forced himself to stay calm. Where's my promised reward? The demon leader, Ryuklu, glanced at him, looking down on him, then tossed over a storage pouch. The man quickly caught it with both hands. Right when he stepped in, his expression got super excited. This stuff was enough to push him to the 7th rank, and all he did was leak just one tip about the humans. That's all it took for these rewards. Ryuklu frowned and spoke. Bring me the list of top geniuses here now. The middle-aged man quickly handed over the names he'd gathered these days. The list he'd organized, and gave it to him. This guy named Chun Lin. You need to pay extra attention to him. Ryuklu looked doubtful. He's only level 16. No special talent at all. Why bother watching him? The middle-aged man explained. 3 days ago, he managed to close a 28-level gap just at level 16, and took down a mutant beast. He even pulled out a video as proof. After watching, Ryuklu was totally shocked. Such terrifying combat strength. Among our evil fallen ancestors, only Zhejiang's offspring can pull that off. This human can't be allowed to live. Ryuklu nearby suddenly lit up, licking her lips. I'll take care of him. Ryuklu frowned, knowing his sister was probably after this guy herself, hoping to turn him into a slave. But that's pretty much the same as killing him anyway. He ordered everyone to find their targets. Start the hunt. Leave no one alive. When they heard this, all the evils showed cruel smiles and flew off in different directions. Patrolling mini drones suddenly caught this scene. It's the outsiders. How did they show up here? Quick, tell the trainees to leave the mountain. Make sure all warriors are ready for firepower. Seeing those female officers all at least ring 4, everyone looked grim. They quickly issued orders non-stop. Yang Zhao didn't seem surprised. Just said, let's go, and turned away. The female officer nodded. She understood Yang Zhao probably wanted to go support himself. But with that serious injury, it was obvious he'd add pressure. Thinking of that, hatred flashed in her eyes. She blamed herself for not being a combat type, not strong enough to fight anyone. She clenched her fist, feeling a heavy gloom inside. The command center quickly went quiet. Only orders and communications kept being sent out. At this moment, on a distant cliff, a seductive female evil slowly descended, eyeing the armored figure guarded by a giant black wolf. Laicly smiled. Lucky me, found him so fast. And he seems to be weak right now. You're mine, toy. Laicly licked her lips. Her figure shot forward suddenly. Countless black threads spread out from her body. An awful aura rushed in. He instantly opened his eyes.
His gaze was ice cold.
Heimi had sensed something already, and looked up first. Laicly met those gray eyes, and instantly felt a chill deep down. What's happening? Her body started trembling uncontrollably, but she quickly suppressed it. Laicly attacked first, shooting all the threads out. They surged at Heiming like a swarm of locusts.
Hey, Ming was covered in golden light,
blocking the threads. He looked at her with cold gray eyes. Next moment, Laicly's consciousness suddenly shifted. Appearing in a void of darkness, a pair of cold, merciless gray eyes opened. Under those eyes, endless fear washed over her, drowning her mind completely. Laicly was shaking badly. Her body wouldn't move. She could only watch Heiming walk toward her, with his huge frame. It only took a few seconds for him to come closer. Right in front of him, he slammed him to the ground with one palm. Black flames burst out instantly. They started swallowing him up. That whole time, the level 56 Rackley, the vicious one, didn't even have a chance to fight back. That scene made the tense command room suddenly light up. Nice work, Black Wolf. Awesome. Heiming raised his palm. He said with a deep voice, No, master. He's not dead good. When I heard Heiming's voice, I replied coldly, Go after him. Make sure you kill him, now that Diana's with me. Even if Heiming is gone for a while, there's no danger. Yes, sir. His body smashed the ground. He dashed off in one direction. Over there, Rackley's face turned terrified as he raced toward the space portal. Too scary. That black wolf is just a monster. Even now that gray aura is gone, I'm still completely terrified. Rackley just wants to get away right now. Just get away from the humans. Take the news about a rival as strong as an air back. As for this mission to kill human geniuses, we definitely failed. With that monster Black Wolf here. Any vicious one who runs into him is dead. Just then, there was a huge roar behind him. Rackley jumped in fright. But Heiming behind him wasn't ready to leave me alone. He grew even bigger, turning into a beast over 1,000 meters tall. He crossed miles in an instant. Appearing right behind Rackley, a giant shadowy paw came down. The ground shattered apart. The tremor spread for 10,000 meters. Under Heiming's giant paw, the black flame swallowed Rackley whole. With Zhao AI's help, I already knew the vicious ones reached the 100-year mountains. Thought for a second. Decided to split up. Hunt down those vicious ones. Now, with 2 strong summons together, it'd be such a waste. With that in mind, I summoned up a mini drone. Told it to lead the way for Heiming.
Heiming dashed forward at once.
A flash of anticipation showed in his gray eyes. Like never before. The female officer was impressed. Grew so much in just a few days. If he had a year, could he take on a thrones? Just imagining it is hard to believe. So far, Huaxia has only produced 85 thrones. That number took over a century to build up. Every single one fought for years, standing out among countless generations of geniuses. They're the absolute peak humans. It's so rare, mostly because of the other races. That front is a brutal meat grinder. No matter how talented you are, it's so hard to even make a mark. All it takes is one attack from them, and there are countless deaths. Many thrones have died because of that. But now, Huaxia has just 30 thrones left. At the same time, deep in the mountains, a woman in golden armor was swinging a mighty halberd wrapped in red aura, fighting off 455-level vicious ones. The air trembled with terrifying red energy. She smashed the very air apart. The 4 vicious ones couldn't take her head on. They kept backing up. Watching all this, Rackley frowned, slowly twisted a black spear in his hand. He didn't have time to waste here. So many geniuses left to kill. Rackley shot forward with the black spear, blasting with power as he stabbed hard. At the sudden attack, Jifei reacted super fast. His blood surged all over. His form swelled instantly. A wild aura swept out around him, Ji-Fei's eyes were filled with fighting spirit. A sweep with the halberd streaked in red. Anything in the way was destroyed. Raklu stared at his broken black spear, his face tense. Only level 55 and that strong. Must take him down. Raklu erupted with corrupted power. Waves of black energy burst out, filling 100 meters around. The light instantly dimmed. The rest of the vicious ones saw it happen, and they all started to unleash their corruption too. Red light covered Ji-Fei's body. His blood energy blocked out the erosion. His gaze turned cold. Trying to corrupt me? You're dead.
He charged right at Raklu.
The air exploding behind him, sweeping attacks over and over, just gunning for him. The 4 vicious ones rushed to keep up, and attacked Ji-Fei too. But Ji-Fei ignored all of them. His aura was brutal at max. He won't stop until Raklu is dead. But under this erosion, his body buff state won't last much longer. He could really get corrupted. Elsewhere on the battlefield, Qin Kong noticed it, his face turning anxious. He pushed his limit, slashing wildly at the level 56 vicious one in front of him. He wanted to help Mentor Ji. Mentor Ji was fighting these vicious ones to save them. He was still stuck being surrounded. But the vicious ones sensed his plan and grinned coldly, fighting him head-on. Meanwhile, Raklu downed a gray blood potion. His power surged, reached the 6th ring. His strength was now at throne level. His bloodline power was terrifying. Raklu grinned, focused. Through the black spear, the deadly tip struck instantly. Then came the sound of breaking armor. The black spear pierced through Ji-Fei's body and out his back. Blood dripped from the spear. Seeing that, Raklu started laughing. He stepped forward 1 step at a time. Become my slave. But at that moment, a silver spear shot through the air, cutting through the black energy, and landed right in front of Raklu. A figure in silver armor rushed over. Raklu frowned slightly. So my sister didn't kill you. Looks like he's dead already. Raklu showed no emotion. He wasn't sad at all about his sister's death. I glanced around the battlefield and instantly understood. This is out of my league. Without thinking, a half-meter tall humanoid with golden wings appeared. A holy aura instantly flooded the area. All 6 corrupted ones were shocked. Everyone looked over. It's an angel. But then, their gazes turned hot. It's a child angel. Can't really attack. A fresh angel. Among the corrupted ancestors, that's the highest honor. Thinking of that, Raklu was thrilled. Chunlim, I really should thank you for bringing such a big gift. Feeling those disgusting stares, Diana frowned. These black currents feel really familiar. They invaded her homeland. Rage appeared in Diana's eyes. Her wings spread out and she soared into the sky. A massive golden sun appeared. The golden eyes on the left looked terrifying. Blazing golden light burst from her body. A ray stretched for 1,000 meters. A huge, magnificent golden sun appeared behind her in midair. Diana's small body transformed into her adult form at this moment. Tall and slender, her golden eyes exuded authority. Vast and holy. Blazing golden light poured down. Black corrupt currents were purified in seconds. All the fallen felt like they were in hell, painful and miserable. The power of corruption was suppressed directly. This shocked them deeply. All this time, the fallen and angels have always been mortal enemies. But under this great sun, that balance was clearly broken. The souls meant to evolve were cleansed. Heavy sins fell with her authoritative, indifferent voice. The sun behind Diana erupted instantly. The golden light grew even more intense. The brightness turned everything for miles golden. It was like a second sun appeared in the sky. The terrifying power shook the surroundings. The 6 twisted bodies suddenly ignited in blazing golden flames. The soul-burning torment made them howl. Reiklu's face twisted.
His joy was gone, replaced by
pure agony and ferocity. He desperately unleashed corrupted power. 6 rings of strength, enhanced by his talents. Double the power, forming a black barrier around himself, trying to block the golden flames. But unlike the dark fire from the abyss, this attack hits the soul and pierces anything. There's no way to block it physically. Only soul-level defenses can resist the corruption. The black corrupt currents vanished. Ji-Fei weakly lifted his head, looking at the figure high above. majestic and so stunning that it can't be looked at directly. He smiled. You even managed to summon an angel. Impressive. Streams of holy power shining with gold poured down on the earth. Everyone's wounds started healing fast. Qing Kong, whose body was covered in blood, felt a bit of warmth. The pain in his wounds eased immediately. He didn't care about anything else, focused only on attacking, not defending, trading life for life. The situation completely changed the moment the sun appeared. It flipped instantly. Reiklu, who read all kinds of books, felt betrayed by his own knowledge. Damn it. Weren't baby angels supposed to only support others? Just 1 second of eye contact. Diana's authoritative golden eyes made him tremble. His eyes got stabbed so badly they bled. Like he was facing his own strongest person. He knew he couldn't waste time. Otherwise his soul would be burned to death. He shouted to kill that human immediately. Then black corrupt currents exploded, rushed straight at Diana, trying to knock her down. Diana raised her hand calmly. Countless blazing swords appeared around her. They shot at all the fallen. Each sword carried power to evolve and burn. They pierced through Reiklu instantly, knocked him straight from the sky to the ground. Diana stood high above at that moment, right in front of him. He slammed him to the ground with one palm. Black flames burst out instantly. They started swallowing him up. That whole time, the level 56 Rackley, the vicious one, didn't even have a chance to fight back. That scene made the tense command room suddenly light up. Nice work, Black Wolf. Awesome. He Ming raised his palm. He said with a deep voice, No master. He's not dead good. When I heard He Ming's voice, I replied coldly, Go after him. Make sure you kill him, now that Diana's with me. Even if He Ming is gone for a while, there's no danger. Yes, sir. His body smashed the ground. He dashed off in one direction. Over there, Rackley's face turned terrified as he raced toward the space portal. Too scary. That Black Wolf is just a monster. Even now that gray aura is gone, I'm still completely terrified. Rackley just wants to get away right now. Just get away from the humans. Take the news about a rival as strong as an air back. As for this mission to kill human geniuses, we definitely failed with that monster Black Wolf here. Any vicious one who runs into him is dead. Just then, there was a huge roar behind him. Rackley jumped in fright. But He Ming behind him wasn't ready to leave me alone. He grew even bigger, turning into a beast over 1,000 meters tall. He crossed miles in an instant, appearing right behind Rackley. A giant shadowy paw came down. The ground shattered apart. The tremor spread for 10,000 meters. Under He Ming's giant paw, the black flame swallowed Rackley whole. With Zhao AI's help, I already knew the vicious ones reached the 100-year mountains. Thought for a second. Decided to split up, hunt down those vicious ones. Now, with 2 strong summons together, it'd be such a waste. With that in mind, I summoned up a mini drone, told it to lead the way for He Ming.
He Ming dashed forward at once.
A flash of anticipation showed in his gray eyes, like never before. The female officer was impressed. Grew so much in just a few days. If he had a year, could he take on a thrones? Just imagining it is hard to believe. So far, Huaxia has only produced 85 thrones. That number took over a century to build up. Every single one fought for years, standing out among countless generations of geniuses. They're the absolute peak humans. It's so rare, mostly because of the other races. That front is a brutal meat grinder. No matter how talented you are, it's so hard to even make a mark. All it takes is one attack from them, and there are countless deaths. Many thrones have died because of that. But now, Huaxia has just 30 thrones left. At the same time, deep in the mountains, a woman in golden armor was swinging a mighty halberd wrapped in red aura, fighting off 455-level vicious ones. The air trembled with terrifying red energy. She smashed the very air apart. The 4 vicious ones couldn't take her head on. They kept backing up, watching all this. Rackley frowned, slowly twisted a black spear in his hand. He didn't have time to waste here. So many geniuses left to kill. Rackley shot forward with the black spear, blasting with power as he stabbed hard. At the sudden attack, Jifei reacted super fast. His blood surged all over. His form swelled instantly. A wild aura swept out around him. Jifei's eyes were filled with fighting spirit. A sweep with the halberd streaked in red. Anything in the way was destroyed. Raklu stared at his broken black spear, his face tense. Only level 55 and that strong. Must take him down. Raklu erupted with corrupted power. Waves of black energy burst out, filling 100 meters around. The light instantly dimmed. The rest of the vicious ones saw it happen, and they all started to unleash their corruption too. Red light covered Jifei's body. His blood energy blocked out the erosion. His gaze turned cold. Trying to corrupt me? You're dead.
He charged right at Raklu.
The air exploding behind him, sweeping attacks over and over, just gunning for him. The 4 vicious ones rushed to keep up, and attacked Jifei too. But Jifei ignored all of them. His aura was brutal at max. He won't stop until Raklu is dead. But under this erosion, his body buff state won't last much longer. He could really get corrupted. Elsewhere on the battlefield, Qingkang noticed it, his face turning anxious. He pushed his limit, slashing wildly. At the level 56 vicious one in front of him, he wanted to help Mentor G. Mentor G was fighting these vicious ones to save them. He was still stuck being surrounded. But the vicious ones sensed his plan and grinned coldly, fighting him head-on. Meanwhile, Raklu downed a gray blood potion. His power surged, reached the 6th ring. His strength was now at throne level. His bloodline power was terrifying. Raklu grinned, focused. Through the black spear, the deadly tip struck instantly. Then came the sound of breaking armor. The black spear pierced through Jifei's body and out his back. Blood dripped from the spear. Seeing that, Raklu started laughing. He stepped forward 1 step at a time. Become my slave. But at that moment, a silver spear shot through the air, cutting through the black energy, and landed right in front of Raklu. A figure in silver armor rushed over. Raklu frowned slightly. So my sister didn't kill you. Looks like he's dead already. Raklu showed no emotion. He wasn't sad at all about his sister's death. I glanced around the battlefield and instantly understood. This is out of my league. Without thinking, a half-meter tall humanoid with golden wings appeared. A holy aura instantly flooded the area. All 6 corrupted ones were shocked. Everyone looked over. It's an angel! But then, their gazes turned hot. It's a child angel. Can't really attack. A fresh angel. Among the corrupted ancestors, that's the highest honor. Thinking of that, Raklu was thrilled. Chunlim, I really should thank you for bringing such a big gift. Feeling those disgusting stares, Diana frowned. These black currents feel really familiar. They invaded her homeland. Rage appeared in Diana's eyes. Her wings spread out and she soared into the sky. A massive golden sun appeared. The golden eyes on the left looked terrifying. Blazing golden light burst from her body. A ray stretched for 1,000 meters. A huge, magnificent golden sun appeared behind her in midair. Diana's small body transformed into her adult form at this moment. Tall and slender, her golden eyes exuded authority. Vast and holy. Blazing golden light poured down. Black corrupt currents were purified in seconds. All the fallen felt like they were in hell, painful and miserable. The power of corruption was suppressed directly. This shocked them deeply. All this time, the fallen and angels have always been mortal enemies. But under this great sun, that balance was clearly broken. The souls meant to evolve were cleansed. Heavy sins fell with her authoritative, indifferent voice. The sun behind Diana erupted instantly. The golden light grew even more intense. The brightness turned everything for miles golden. It was like a second sun appeared in the sky. The terrifying power shook the surroundings. The 6 twisted bodies suddenly ignited in blazing golden flames. The soul-burning torment made them howl. Reiklu's face twisted.
His joy was gone, replaced by
pure agony and ferocity. He desperately unleashed corrupted power. 6 rings of strength, enhanced by his talents. Double the power, forming a black barrier around himself, trying to block the golden flames. But unlike the dark fire from the abyss, this attack hits the soul and pierces anything. There's no way to block it physically. Only soul-level defenses can resist the corruption. The black corrupt currents vanished. Jifei weakly lifted his head, looking at the figure high above. majestic and so stunning that it can't be looked at directly. He smiled. You even managed to summon an angel. Impressive. Streams of holy power shining with gold poured down on the earth. Everyone's wounds started healing fast. Qing Kong, whose body was covered in blood, felt a bit of warmth. The pain in his wounds eased immediately. He didn't care about anything else, focused only on attacking, not defending, trading life for life. The situation completely changed the moment the sun appeared. It flipped instantly. Ryeklu, who read all kinds of books, felt betrayed by his own knowledge. Damn it. Weren't baby angels supposed to only support others? Just 1 second of eye contact. Diana's authoritative golden eyes made him tremble. His eyes got stabbed so badly they bled. Like he was facing his own strongest person. He knew he couldn't waste time. Otherwise his soul would be burned to death. He shouted to kill that human immediately. Then black corrupt currents exploded, rushed straight at Diana, trying to knock her down. Diana raised her hand calmly. Countless blazing swords appeared around her. They shot at all the fallen. Each sword carried power to evolve and burn. They pierced through Ryeklu instantly, knocked him straight from the sky to the ground. Diana stood high above at that moment. Anna stood like a goddess of the blazing sun. All the corrupted gritted their teeth in anger, pierced by golden swords. They weren't just injured. Their inner corruption was also purified. Their souls burned even faster. They deserve to die under this sun. We can't fight at all. Ryekru looked grim. Don't panic, the Empress Phelan told us. Someone would join to hunt with us. Just as he finished talking, several figures in gray robes rushed over from afar. Each had the power of 6 circles. Seeing the shadow emblem on their robes, Jifei instantly recognized them. He looked furious. It's the Shadow Church. These damn heretics? The cultists ignored him, leaped over in a flash. Their target was clearly me. The strong Diana raised her hand. Golden flames burst out instantly, burning their souls. Golden arrows appeared one after another, shot forward in a flash. But the cultists chose to take the hit. In sun god form, Diana lacked deadly killing moves. Then the blazing sun behind Diana slowly collapsed. On the right, golden eyes began to shine. A full moon rose next to her. The cold moon hung high in the air. Tens of thousands of meters instantly turned dark. A pale moonlight covered the world, with a terrifying chilling feel. All the cultists turned pale. They looked up. Unlike her sun form, Diana's eyes were now icy cold. No trace of emotion. Her holy aura also faded away. Only terrifying cold leaked out. Her wings and golden hair turned silvery white. Standing before the moon, she looked like a lonely, mysterious being. 9 ring blades appeared behind her. They spun slowly, glowing with dark red doomsday power. Diana's cold voice sounded. 6 ring blades shot out instantly. They moved insanely fast. In a flash, they reached the 6 cultists. Shock flooded their faces. They tried to defend themselves. But against this true doomsday power, their defenses were like paper. All of them were split in 2. Just then, Ryek, freed from the sun's pressure, rushed straight up toward Diana. A surge of black energy erupted. It became a massive black spear and hurled forward. The spear ripped through the air at supersonic speed, aimed straight at Diana. 1 doomsday ring blade flew to stop it. It slashed the black spear to bits. The other 2 ring blades instantly attacked Ryek. Seeing this, a few corrupteds on the ground rushed at me immediately. Murderous intent filled their eyes. This human must die. That black Volve has power 28 levels higher. And this angel controlling sun and moon is even crazier. She's over 50 or 60 levels above us. If she fully grows up, we can't imagine the outcome. But Diana quickly raised her hand and recalled 3 doomsday ring blades. They instantly slashed at the corrupted. The 3 blades suddenly collided and merged together. They turned into a 3-ring form at once. The intertwined doomsday power grew even stronger.
A flash of dark red light.
And all the corrupted were shattered in a second. She glanced back at Ryek, still struggling. Diana slowly raised her hand. The 6 ring blades began to merge. Ryek noticed this scene, and his expression changed immediately. He unleashed his throne blood and final corrupted power. He blasted away the 3 ring blades. Ryekru looked at me with burning jealousy. Such a perfect angel. Why would she ever follow him? But soon Ryukru's lips curled into a sneer. He pulled out a pitch-black roulette. As he spun it, 100 meters of light bloomed at his feet. This chance to summon a throne was originally for that monster with the SSS awakening, in case someone strong guarded him. But my two summoned creatures showed way too much potential. He can't let me grow any further. Mysterious runes wove together non-stop, forming a huge black summoning array. A giant gray fiend, over 10 meters tall, slowly appeared. Its terrifying aura exploded out instantly. It was almost suffocating. Everyone like Ching Kong turned pale. A deep despair surged up uncontrollably. Black mist crept out everywhere. Where it passed, grass and trees withered away. Diana looked serious. She raised her hand, and the moon wheel spun into a blazing sun. But the shining golden light couldn't reach over. I realized things were bad. I was just about to run, but stopped myself. Because as the dark array appeared, Yan Zhao walked over to me, patted my shoulder, and said, "I've been waiting for this throne for a long time. Don't worry." Hearing that, one immediately understood. This was a setup all along. Sure enough, that throne didn't even look at me. Instead, it stared blankly toward Hengshan Base. Over there where the array built. A terrifying aura exploded, tearing open the sky as it moved in. In just a few moments it arrived. Looking at the young man standing in the sky, the throne spoke. "Jiangju, you were guarding the front lines. But you came here. Aren't you worried your defense line will fall to us?" Jiangju waved his hand and said, "Who cares? Anyway, our people don't care anymore." The throne realized he'd walked into a trap, but he didn't care. Jiangju glanced down and shouted, "Why aren't you leaving? You want to die out here?" Yan Zhao heard this and quickly led everyone away. A clash between two thrones. Even the shockwaves alone could destroy tens of thousands of meters. Even Jiangju's barrier can't block it all. Anyone down here would just get in the way. The throne didn't stop them. With Jiangju here, he couldn't touch anyone. For the past 2 years, he's been one of the most active thrones on the front lines. As for his actual power, all the enemy elites know him well. As we left, a gray field suddenly expanded. Even with a barrier, the shockwaves from their fight still made the ground quake for miles. The rest prepared to hunt down the last cultists. Yan Zhao kept me behind. Chunlin said, "Just send your summons." I thought it over for a moment and figured that would work. Silver Butterfly hasn't gotten stronger in ages. Even fighting a 4-ring corrupted would be tough now. So I sent Diana alone to finish them off. Yan Zhao looked at me and sighed. I never expected. Your third summon would be an angel? An angel's strength is almost as great as that black Volf. If I can claim the throne someday, that'd mean 2 more thrones of power for humanity. Thinking of this, Yan Zhao went on. The E-race thought that, by using traitors, they figured out all of humanity's secrets. But actually, we threw those out on purpose, just to make them feel like they totally had control. So we could really trap them hard later. He values me a lot. Almost told me everything. With no doubts left, I explained. Now I see the whole chessboard clearly. Since we couldn't keep things under wraps, humans played along and set a trap. First, we wiped out all the elite, ruthless invaders. Then finally lured an alien throne to the back and killed it. The price is that some talents die in this plan. Some don't even know they're just bait. But that's how wars between civilizations are. Right then, Haiming and Diana came back from killing the evil one. Anna turned back to normal and flew to my side, her little hand gripping mine tightly, just like a daughter after a long, fierce fight. After over 10 hours of battle, the gray field in the distance faded away, and a young man stepped out walking on air, covering tens of thousands of meters in a flash. He looked extremely weak. Yan Zhao rushed over. "Brother Zhang, how's the situation?" Zhang Zhu laughed. "Just a random alien. They're nothing. Thrones can crush them easily. How could anything go wrong?" He sounded full of disdain. But Diana quietly released a holy glow beside him. He could clearly feel the young man in front of him was being heavily corrupted by dark power. Zhang Zhu frowned. "Little girl, you think you can heal a throne's injuries? Wait, you're an angel? Don't stop. Keep it up for a few more seconds." Diana shook her head. My holy power is gone. The corruption is too strong for a throne. Even holy power can't cleanse it. It barely drives it back at all. Hearing this, Jiangju forced himself to hold on, letting out a sigh. Wu always had too much to carry. I looked confused. Are all thrones this beat up? Yang Zhao quickly changed the subject. Brother Zhang, let me introduce you. This is Chun Lin. He was the alien's main target. Jiangju instantly looked at me. You're the one who can slam my head into the ground, even at the same level? I looked totally lost, but he turned to look at Heimi, crouching nearby. His eyes lit up. What a fierce Wolf. Let me sit on it. He started flying over as he spoke, but Haiming dodged immediately. Obviously didn't want to. Jiangju's face froze. What do you mean? You think you're too good for a throne? If I can't do it today, I'll write my name backwards.
He was about to force his way up.
But Yang Zhao stopped him. Brother Zhang, don't. He's a key support for Waxia's future. We can't create a rift. Jiangju looked at Yang Zhao, turned away with his hands behind his back, sounding lost. I've done so much for humanity, but I can't even sit on a Wolf. Sigh. I'm out. He slowly flew toward the Hengshen base. Yang Zhao and I hurried after him. We reached Yang Zhao's private office. Jiangju took the head seat right away. He acted like he was right at home. Yang Zhao asked, Brother Zhang, how is the situation on the Moneyline battlefield? Is it getting worse again? Over the years, Jiangju has always stayed at the rear. He has been suppressing an intensifying curse and preparing to break through 10 evolutions. Only by working together can we stay updated on the front line. The Winged Clan is probably about to launch another fierce attack. They're trying to wear down our fighting forces. He spoke in a heavy tone. They do this every once in a while. Every time, at least tens of thousands of soldiers die. Even thrones sometimes fall in battle. They rely on their huge numbers, just exchanging lives for lives. But it's totally different for the human race. Every warrior lost is a huge setback, especially those gifted with hidden professions. They will definitely become strong 9th evolution heroes in the future. Just as he finished speaking, Jiangju tossed over a storage pouch. It was filled with life crystals and all sorts of resources. Your summoned creature has crazy potential, so of course we won't be stingy. What we're giving you is just part of the resources. Yang Zhao grinned and chimed in. His words touched me. I could clearly feel how much they valued me. If I just tried to develop my strength in secret and suddenly showed off, I might amaze everyone, but I'd probably end up crushed by an enemy throne. Now, revealing my talent is risky, but the human race would never just stand by and watch. They will not only use their trump cards to protect me from enemy thrones, but will also offer huge resources. That's a total of 500 level 5 and level 6 life crystals, plus a rare body forging fruit worth 1,000 contribution points each. Just like that, they gave them to me. The reason the human race values me is not just because my summoned creatures are insanely strong. My real ace is the talent that lets me give terrifying power to my summons. After chatting with Yang Zhao for a bit, I took my leave. I headed back to the mountains. I summoned Blockshade. I fed him all the life crystals from the pouch. He let out a piercing scream that echoed instantly. Black flames started to slowly consume the crystals. Soon, his evolution points went up by 1,766. That's about 1/3 of what he needs for completion. After that, with the mutated beast locations given by Zhao AI, I decided to dive deeper into the mountains to keep hunting. Over the next few days, every mutated beast over level 50 in the Balian Mountains was completely wiped out. A total of 16 level 60 giant beasts, plus more than 100 level 50 mutated beasts, were all devoured by Black Shade. He grew 15 meters larger. All his stats increased by 30 points. The whole command team was thrilled. With these giant beasts gone, there's no more leaders, so the chance of another uprising is tiny. All that's left is cleanup. For the next few years, the Balian Mountains should stay safe. Yang Zhao nodded with a smile, but knew deep down it wasn't over yet. Outside the Wushan base, around the mountains, there wasn't a single mutated beast in sight. That's actually not good. It means all the mutated beasts have answered the call of the giants and started gathering. The students over there hardly dare go into the mountains now. They're all holed up inside the base, In just a few days, they barely killed 50 mutated beasts. At this rate, it won't be long before those giant beasts launch an attack. Now, with less pressure on the Hengshan base, let's gather people and reinforce the Wushan base. An hour later, as soon as I got back, Yang Zhao called me into the office. Chunlin, you cleared out all the giant beasts in Balian Mountains. I'm planning to send you to Wushan base to help out. I agreed without a second thought. I was just worrying there were no more giants to kill here. I was about to find an excuse to hit another base anyway. Level 40 mutated beasts. Can't meet Blackshade's needs anymore. Yang Zhao saw me and laughed. Looks like everyone else is ready too. No time to waste. Let's head out now. I followed Yang Zhao to the big transport plane. 50 people had already gathered there. Familiar faces like Ji Fei came over with excitement. Chunlin, I knew you'd be here to help. Heard Wushan. Base is in a critical situation. He agreed to come without hesitation. Ji Fei smiled happily and walked over to Diana, who was holding my hand. What a perfect little angel. She must still be in her juvenile phase, right? Chunlin, you better not do any weird things to her. Diana looked up at me, her eyes full of curiosity. Master, what are weird things? Why can't Master do weird things to Diana? Suddenly, everyone's eyes were on me. Some looked envious, others wary. The corner of my mouth twitched. I really didn't know how to answer. All I could do was quickly board the plane with everyone else. We flew to the Wushan base. At that moment, the atmosphere inside Wushan base was tense. All the fighters were on full alert. Heavy weapons were all ready to go. Many students were whispering to each other. Should we even stay here? All the mutated beasts have gathered. They're obviously about to attack. The military already approved our evacuation. There's no way we can kill all the mutants now. There's no point staying. Some people have already left. What can we do? Thousands of mutated beasts are coming. No one can stop them. My teammates kept sighing, trying to justify running away. Wang Feng clenched his fist tightly.
He said firmly, my family is in Wuxi.
Even if the mutated beasts riot, I'll never leave, even if it means dying here. There are millions living in Wuxi. Even if they evacuate with all their might, most people will still be trapped in the city. If we can't hold back the mutated beasts, it's not just one city that's doomed. Just then, a blue-green transport plane cut through the clouds and landed next to Wushan Base Airport. Commander Cao Yu and the base officers were already waiting there. When they saw Yang Zhao step out with the students, they rushed over, excited. General Yang, we've been waiting for you. He clearly knew Yang Zhao was a 9th evolution powerhouse. Yang Zhao shrugged and said, Old cow, my curse still isn't gone, so don't count on me to turn the tables. Cao Yu's sharp face fell with worry instantly. The situation is really urgent now. Countless mutated beasts are gathering in 4 sectors. And there's a giant beast about to break through to level 70. The enemy plans to attack from multiple points at once, so we can't defend everywhere. He sighed and then asked, I see the Hengshan base had a ton of mutated beasts. How come things are so much easier there? Yang Zhao laughed and replied, in the Balian Mountains, all mutated beasts above level 50 are wiped out. He did it all. He turned and pointed at me. Cao Yu quickly pushed Yang Zhao aside and rushed up to me, excited, Chunlin. We've finally been waiting for you. By the way, my grandson Cao Yang is your roommate. Come on, Chunlin. General Yang left something for you over there. I'll take you to it. Then he grabbed my hand and headed to logistics. A few soldiers. They brought out several huge black boxes. Cao Yu smiled and said, Chunlin, these are all yours. The warehouse over there is empty now. You can go in and check everything out. I nodded to thank him. I walked into the warehouse, opened the boxes. Inside were tons of rare metal materials and life crystals. I summoned Silver Butterfly and started fusing the materials right away. Not long after, the armor weighed 163 tons. It only took a soft step, and the steel floor below my feet bent. After fusing everything, Silver Butterfly gained 8 layers of sharpness buff, plus the previous 2. That's 10 layers in total. Now, I can one-shot any alien under level 50. Also, it got new traits, lava and size shifting. I'm pretty satisfied. I can't wait to try fighting mutant beasts in the mountains. This time I fused over 100 rare metals. Silver Butterfly's power shot up. Then I followed Cao Yu to an open space at the misty mountain base. There were over 100 people there. Right away, I spotted a familiar face. Su Lingsu. Golden hair with a delicate, fair face. She had a slender and tall figure. "Hey, Su!" I walked up and greeted her. She smiled back. Cao Yu stepped forward and said seriously, "These mutant beasts gathered here yesterday. They're being led by a level 69 Darkhorn giant beast and are moving in 4 directions, trying to split up and attack. This way, it's hard for us to focus our defenses. At least 2 giant beasts lead each direction. They're aiming at the Misty Mountain Base, Mist City, and Yunhee City. Your task is to cut off their tails and hunt down any mutant beasts that fall behind. The goal is to thin their numbers, to ease the pressure on our defense lines. This time we'll split into 8 groups. Each group has 20 people. Any questions?" "No," everyone replied in unison. Cao Yu immediately started calling out groups. Yang Zhao walked up and added Chunlin. "You'll be on your own. He knows my strength. Having others with me wouldn't help anyway. It'd be pointless for me." People around me looked really confused. Even instructors need a team. So what's so special about me? 2 minutes later, all 8 groups were formed. I summoned Black Rice, who was over 100 meters tall, and ran toward the mountains. In the mountains, a black giant Wolf dashed at full speed, with Diana holding onto my neck from behind. Her tiny body fluttered in the wind. As a newly born, curious angel, everything fascinates her. She doesn't want to stay locked in the dark, silent summoning space. So of course I won't force her. Meanwhile, deep in the dusty mountains, countless giant mutants stomped through mud and stones, crashing down huge trees, creating a destructive flow stretching hundreds of kilometers, advancing non-stop. Leading at the front were 3 terrifying beasts, a kilometer-long heads held high, covered in a brutal, threatening aura. Power faintly pulsed around them, countless mutants under their feet. The ground for over 100,000 meters kept shaking. It was an overwhelming sight. Inside the command center, military officers watched drones with tense expressions. Suddenly, a thunderous explosion rang out. Kilometer-tall body, a vicious black Wolf shrouded in dark flames, suddenly shot out from the side, moving at insane speed. The air itself was ripped apart with a boom. Everything within dozens of kilometers was destroyed by its terrifying power. A savage roar echoed across the land. Shockwaves rippled out in waves. All mutant beasts were intimidated. They stopped in their tracks. Cao Yu was stunned. "Is this really how you fight? Our mission was just to cut off stragglers. Why is he charging straight in?" "There are 3 giant beasts here. One stands over 800 meters tall, with tusks curving 100 meters. A massive golem beast covered in crimson scales slowly began to speak. Where are you from, beast? Why are you blocking our path?"
Hey, Ming didn't bother with words.
He erupted instantly. Black flames spread around him. Death energy flowed in his domain, devouring along with the flames, draining the life of level 40 mutant beasts within range. A fierce shadow almost 3 kilometers tall appeared on him. Gray eyes full of deadly intent opened, staring at the 3 behemoths. A surge of fear flooded their minds, like they'd be erased just by his gaze. In the Lanqian death domain, nothing in this realm can be killed. Even lifeless undead beings would be forced to face death. In the sky, Diana cast a divine blessing. A golden sigil on her forehead shone brightly, boosting his power. Right now, the giant He Ming was terrifying. Even with all her holy power, she could only gently enhance He Ming's body and mind. But with this boost, the Lanqian death domain instantly doubled its terrifying black flame's power over 20 kilometers and became even more fearsome. In just a few seconds, hundreds of level 40 mutant beasts were turned to ash. Even their life crystals were devoured by the flames. "Kill him for attacking first." The 3 giants roared and charged. At that moment, the world suddenly went dark. A pale moonlight shone down, bringing a chilling cold, making all mutant beasts tremble. Diana hovered high in the sky. Her proud, cool expression looked down coldly. 9 full moons floated behind her. Dark red energy whirled around her razor-edged rings. She slashed straight at the ghost flame behemoth. The ghost flame behemoth roared, unleashing its power. Strange patterns appeared on its thick hide, but the annihilation ring blade cut right through, leaving a wound dozens of meters deep. The beast winced in pain. The ghost flame behemoth stopped in its tracks, raised its paw and struck at the ring, but the blade dodged easily. Under Diana's control, the ring shot up along its arm, tearing a wound 100 meters long. Seeing Diana tying up the beast, He Ming wasn't to be outdone. He instantly charged at the other two giants. Every mutant in his way was crushed. The golem behemoth let out a savage roar, swinging its massive crimson-scaled trunk, and lashed at the black Wolf. The vicious shadow needed no command. Burning black claws struck at once, tearing straight through the golem's scales, leaving 4 deep, bloody gashes to the bone. The centipede behemoth nearby opened its jaws with chilling fangs, suddenly lunging in a sneak attack.
He Ming reacted instantly,
Pawing it away midair, then lunged for its head with his biting jaws. Its dark red shell shattered with a snap. Fangs pierced flesh. Toxic purple blood spurted out. The centipede behemoth screamed in agony. It coiled its body around He Ming. Hundreds of sharp claws stabbed down, but were stopped by a layer of golden light,
He Ming grabbed hold,
and swung the behemoth away, smashing through an entire mountain, buried by countless massive boulders. He Ming's huge body followed close, lifting his paw and shattering rock. He stomped the centipede's head deep underground, pinning it down, biting furiously. Meanwhile, all the flying mutants charged at Diana. She was unfazed. She spun her ring blades back in her control. 4 ring blades rushed toward the tightly packed mutant flock, slashing down mutant after mutant. At that moment, the ghost flame behemoth suddenly charged He Ming, trying to kill him first.
He Ming let out a savage roar.
Gray eyes full of defiance, standing on the centipede's head.
He instantly engaged in battle with the ghost flame beast.
The 4 giants battled fiercely, shattering the earth beneath. Tremors spread for miles, with terrifying booms and roars. Countless mutants scattered in panic, terrified of the fallout. Headquarters fell silent. Caillou stared, dumbfounded. Damn, how is this Volve so fierce? Only level 20, but fighting 3 giants head-on. That's a 46 level difference. All the officers swallowed hard, staring at the screen in disbelief. The mountains were now scorched black, a hell of burning flames. The 4 behemoths fought madly. The clash shook the world. That 1,000-meter tall vicious spirit radiated a wild aura that could devour millions. It was almost suffocating. Right then, Diana in the sky stopped attacking. She'd wiped out hundreds of flying mutants. Broken bodies piled on the ground. Then countless ring blades began merging. The dark red light grew ever brighter. Terrifying power surged around. Even the air was wiped out. 9 rings fused together, forming a huge blade 100 meters long.
It floated in front of Diana.
A dreadful presence swept across every mutant. Terror filled the air. The ring spun with dark red destructive energy. The silver full moon behind her turned deep red. The land for miles was washed in red, like falling into hell itself. In that instant, the full moon's most destructive form appeared. Diana's cold, emotionless voice rang out, "Face your death." The ring's dark red blaze flared intensely, turning into a terrifying crimson beam, slashing at the centipede behemoth. The moment they touched, the annihilation wheel didn't slow at all. It sliced right through the kilometer-tall centipede. In just a few seconds, the centipede was reduced to a blur of remains. One single strike instantly killed a level 65 giant beast. Power like this, even I can't help but be amazed. Diana's ultimate destruction strike was terrifying, almost unstoppable.
And
She still has a more terrifying sun and moon form, but now the full moon behind her looked a bit dimmer. Clearly, this move drained Diana a lot, but she still had power left, controlling the annihilation wheel. She instantly slashed at the ghost flame behemoth. The beast was overtaken by fear and grew even thicker stone skin, but that couldn't help at all. The final annihilation wheel instantly split his body in 2. Then the deep crimson moon in the sky finally gave out. It quickly faded away. Diana's tall, perfect body instantly turned into a child form. Her proud and cool face showed a touch of innocence. She blinked. He quickly flapped his wings nonstop, looking for his master. On the other side, Haiming finished things fast too. The giant golem beast. Haiming stood firm in the sea of black flames. The dark flames devoured the fallen beast's body. In the control room, Cao Yu felt pretty dizzy. He thought it was simply unbelievable. What was just a mission to intercept a few enemies ended up being accomplished by me. I wiped out all the mutant beasts. I cleared out a whole area all by myself. That was thousands, tens of thousands of mutant beasts. My impact was several times more than everyone else's combined. Way more, actually. With this done, the danger on the way to attack the mist room was gone. Cao Yu looked excited, his worries fading away. It used to be less than a 10% chance to defend this place. But now there's hope. Deep in the mountains, black fire quickly swallowed every corpse and life crystal, then returned to Haiming. Powered by the converted energy, he grew another meter taller. Both size and stats went up by 2 points. And while sharing the energy back, I also gained 1 extra point. In all my stats, the energy from the beast's conversion wasn't much for Haiming anymore. But it was different for me. Even with just a third of it, it's still a pretty big boost. Now my stats aren't much lower than a level 30 hidden class user. And with the insane buff from the silver butterfly, I can one-shot a level 40 mutant beast. As for level 50 mutant beasts, it'd take about a dozen hits. Taking on weaker giant beasts head-on isn't really a problem for me now. My next target is attacking Wuxi.